Charm, she's a stunner. Flipping through glass with the latest craze. Trying in the club, oh how they dazzle. We keep it real, spilling the truth. In a circle of queens, there's always proof. From lipstick shades to celebs free. Sharing the vibe, feel the energetic breeze. Page by page, return our worlds. Sit still and strong and life unfurled.
Hey, ladies and gents, welcome to Flipping Friday. We're gonna flip the script. I know y'all saw my my post over there on the community tab. How's everyone doing today? Y'all, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to do this live. My internet went out, but I went and rebooted it and it's on. But if we start to have technical difficulties, I'm just gonna end it and we'll just pick this back up another time. So I just want to give y'all the disclaimer before we get into it. But welcome to Flipping Friday, y'all. We flipping the script. We gonna pull up Miss Shirley today. Okay. And this is a subscriber's request. Hopefully they're here because I forgot to let them know over on the IG Messenger that I was going to react to this video that they recommended of Miss Shirley Strawberry Honey. I know, Tasha B. But I went and rebooted it. I rebooted both of my internets because I have two. And it was telling me I wasn't connected. So I finally figured out it was my internet. So I went and booted both of them. I have Xfinity and Verizon. I'm like, one of y'all got to come through for a 6-9 because I need the damn talk. I was like, I guess I'll pull out the Kindle and get the reading. But it's working. But if it start acting cray, then I'll just end it. Because I hate when things don't run smoothly. And I hate for y'all to be in here and it's going in and out. So if y'all, detect it on y'all side and I don't catch it on my side, y'all let me know. So let's get into our little topics. And y'all know how I do. I'll give y'all the topic. Then I come through and speak and read your comments. I'm trying to come up with me, a little way to run my live so we can incorporate some, something else besides Nesto and Company. Angie Stone. Did any of you guys watch the live stream of her funeral today? Due to my traumas, I could not watch it. And I was at work. If I was at home, I probably could have watched it. But because I lost my mom, I didn't think I could make it through the funeral, even though it probably was amazing with amazing talent. And it probably was more like a celebration than a funeral. I couldn't help but think about my own mom, so I was not able to watch it. And so I want to ask y'all about Angie Stone. And y'all saw the thumbnail. So y'all saw Miss In Vogue up here and Martell Holt and Shirley Strawberry. We're gonna talk about this homeless lady first. That was not nice, but we're going to talk about her first. And then, of course, we will move on into this interview that I have not seen before. So this will be a real and raw reaction. Although the person that sent it to me, the subscriber that requested this. If you're in the chat and you want to identify yourself, feel free, because I don't like to say y'all name unless I know you guys are okay with it. Because sometimes y'all be like, don't say my name, don't say my name, child, like Beyonce. And I try not to. I try to respect y'all wishes. But we're going to talk about Don Robinson being homeless. I want to get y'all opinion. And then we're going to move into this interview with Miss Shirley Strawberry, the Strawberry Letter, with Martell Holt. And of course, Steve Harvey is probably going to be in here as well. That's the agenda for today. And they already told me, which is one reason why I didn't want to go live if the internet wasn't working, because I was getting nasty grams, y'all, from my panelists talking about why the hell you ain't dropped that linker in a few days. So I'm like, chill. I got you on tomorrow. I promise to drop the link. So that, let me let y'all know the panelists been getting rowdy and bout it on me. So I will say, just to wrap up, Angie Stone, rest in peace, Queen. You're going to be missed. And we're going to move on to Dawn. Y'all, what the hell going on? Why is this lady being homeless for 3 years, sleeping in her car? What the hell going on? So y'all saw the thing on my thumbnail too. It's riches to rags, okay? Instead of rags to riches, baby, it's riches to rags, okay? You been behaving yourself. Vicky said it wasn't me. I did not hit up Lady T-Bug. Y'all, it sounds like my damn neighbor out here doing something. I'm gonna have to go ask them to stop because I am live. Oh, y'all see me? I was trying to hit this other button. Y'all see me in my pajamas. See, this how I be doing my lives in my pajamas. I put it on twice just in case you missed it the first time. Okay, let me get it up and then we'll be ready. Okay, yep, that's the right one. All right, let me move. Let me put up this one, and then I'm gonna remove this, and we're gonna get into it. Now, what Jermaine, can you stay over there in men business, sir? I'm gonna scroll through those so we can listen to her first for the ones that have not been, tuned into this story and don't really know about it. I want to hear her talk first instead of Jermaine, because this was kind of like his response to her.
Almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I forgot to speak.
If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger, she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. Let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA. And he said, you need to come back to LA. Okay. And he said that I could stay with him. You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews.
Oh.
And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger, she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. Let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA. And he said, you need to come back to LA. Okay. And he said that I could stay with him. You guys, for the past almost.
Okay, I'll let it run a few times because it on IG you can't slide it back so you can see the other comments. Not the other comments, but I'm reading the comments. You can't slide it back to the restart the video, so that's why I let it play a few times just in case you missed it in its entirety. So Miss Dawn Robinson, I think she's no longer with In Vogue. I think they've replaced her. Has been living in her car. She's a Grammy award-winning artist. How do you go from riches to rags? Let me speak to y'all. Hey, Miss Buckeye. Hey, Real. Hey, Vic to the Veil. Hey, B. Williams. Hey, Miss Lady. Hey, Salty Buzzard. Hey, Tasha B. Hey, Kim. My Kingdomonium up in here. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Butterfly, thank you for being here and modding for me today. Miss Butterfly 23 and Vic to the Veil is also modding with me today. Hello. Hey, Eve. Happy Friday. Hey, Latita. I got to get over to the kingdom. Hey, I said what I said. Thank you for being here and modding for me on today. Hey, A, let's talk about it all. Hey, Salty Buzzard. Hey, Tasha B. Hey, Black Rose. Hey, Cheeks. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Karen. How are you doing? Let's get the Bible lady in here to say some prayers for the internet, please. Hey, Cross Country Cruise. Her. You watched some of it? Okay, you watched some of Angie Stone. She said, no thanks, Tasha B. Hey, Pure Intentions, thank you for being here and modding for me on today. I appreciate you, sis. As always, I saw a TikTok of a woman who allegedly helped her out of the crash, and some people made good points about the other crash survivor not speaking up. Vicky, who are you talking about? Hey, Al, happy Friday. Hey, Cheeks. Poor thing, she seems a little unwell, 60 plus and homeless. I know. It's like when I guess from my perspective, I just think that, once people reach a certain height in their career, that they are set, they are straight, they're going to be successful, they're going to make it, and that's going to be that way, until the end, for them. But on the other side, the flip side, I do watch Unsung, I do watch documentaries on artists that had it all and they fall from grace or however you want to put it. But living in your car, being homeless is just really crazy to me. Because if the music isn't doing it and you're not making enough money to be self-sufficient, then in my mind, it's like if one thing's not working, baby, I need to clock in on a 9 to 5 because this cannot be life. I know this is not the life that the Savior want for me. Okay, and you able-bodied, and if you don't have mental health and you are physically able to work a job, why not? Okay, I've been behaving myself. Yes, thank you, Vicky. Hey, Patty. Dawn was living with her parents before that. Yeah, but to be honest with you, I love my daughter. I do. But in order to live here, there's going to be some ground rules. You need to be in school. You need to be working. I'm not the help. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be making some progress here, and if you are the type that you can't work here, you too good to do this or you too good to do that, then baby, I don't know how I can help you because I'm not gonna be taking care of no 60-year-old grown person. Dawn seemed to be a little special. I think so. Cruise ship, maybe she could sing on cruise ships or something. I don't know. Okay, let me see what Kim's saying. Dawn seems to be the issue because nobody wants to work with her. However, there is a large community of people who live in their cars, vans, and RVs. Thank you, Kim. Hey, LB. I think she was married for a few years. I guess she got a divorce and she is so talented. I agree with you, LB. She know I ain't see it. Hey, always loving life 804. You know, Mr. Freely. Socks always have to say so. Okay, yes, Mr. Lace socks pure intentions. Dawn looks great. She does look great for her age. She looks amazing. Hey, Jay Blake. Okay, I'm trying to make sure. Maxine just did some shows with In Vogue recently. Okay, so Maxine has returned. Oh man, I wonder if she was earning income while with her parents. She probably should. Now, listen, she was there, so she should be getting some residuals. But from what we hear from Angie Stone, she's gotten screwed over, and I just hate hearing these stories because I feel like we've been hearing them from the beginning of time, especially with us, people getting effed over by the music business. They're out here working, touring, risking their lives, making sacrifices, and then they're broke. And it's like all these people come and take advantage of them. So we heard that with Angie Stone right before she passed away. And with Dawn, she's in a group. So you definitely got to split the money with your group members. So that may be worse than being an independent artist. I don't know. But that's why you got to go outside the group and, when you're making the money and create other income sources. Hey, she looks happy and healthy though. She does. Hey, Miss Buckeye in the bushes working. Hey, Bank. I didn't get a chance to speak to a lot of you guys when we were over at I Said What I Said because I was at work, child, sneaking in the live in a meeting, and then I was driving home. So don't think I was acting funny with y'all. I was popping in and out. So, hey, Bank, I saw you over there. Hey, I am Tasha Ray. She's another one of my big sisters here on the YouTube streets. She has a channel. I think she's gonna be dropping something soon. If y'all watch Chelsea Janae, I think she may be dropping a video, but she has tons of videos over there. Go and check her out. Hey, El Sid, in the bushes homeschooling. Sure. I remember Lily from SWV said that she had regular job from time to time. That's what I'm talking about, LB. Because at the end of the day, I get you don't want people pointing like, oh, look at, Dawn from Evolve. What's she doing working in the call center? But I'm just saying, making something out of nothing until you know what your next step is going to be. Especially, someone said she's 60. Now, I don't know her age, so I'm going to say allegedly. Maybe I'll find it out when we slide through some of these videos. She did a reality show a while back and she seemed miserable. Yeah, and she probably just not happy with where she is right now in her life. But girl, living in a car? Yes, I remember. Okay, so y'all seen it. Okay, I'm in the bushes. I got my 3-year-old grandson this weekend. Pray for me. I got you, and you got this. Because guess what? You can send our baby home, Jay Blake. Hey, Florida girl, welcome. Greetings from the 850. I watched all of Angie Stone's services. Okay, how was it, Pure Intentions? I couldn't do it because, girl, I got trauma from, my mom. So I couldn't do it. And I didn't know if the kids were going to be sad. I just couldn't do it. Hey, okay, I've already spoke to El Sid. Hey, Miss E. Hey, Sonya Boots, welcome. Yes, please like the live. Hey, champions. Girl, she probably was up in her parents' house thinking she was a damn diva. Hey, there she go. Thank you for joining us here on the front porch. Okay. Okay, right. But the entertainment industry takes no prisoners, baby. No, none at all. Diddy, there's an update in his case today. He had court today. I don't know what the full outcome was, but I am aware that he was in court today. Okay. All gets destroyed. It's an all too common story, especially for the big acts. I think, the very talented people, because sometimes I be looking at the people that they put out here that say that are the top entertainers, and I be damn disagreeing because I be liking somebody else. And I feel like their talent, their star is shining brighter than I guess whoever the industry wants to put out here. But I just know it's all politics behind the scenes. Ty say, hey, if you haven't already, please like the live. Thank you so much. I know one damn thing. She looks great. Skin and hair gorgeous. Yes, Mrs. CLC, and I'm still sending up prayers for your baby girl. Gina is dying laughing. Hey, allegedly in Harmon. That's true. Okay, so y'all agreeing with me. Okay, so a local DJ here in Tampa, Florida, said he tried to reach out and help her, but she blocked him on IG. Let me know if you want me to send you the clipper. Yep, let's unload the clip, Miss E, because it's what, Flipping Friday. We flipping the script. I seen in Vogue in July. Where did you see them at? Oh, Cincinnati Music Fest. They look and sound great. Body still on point. 30 years later. So Miss CLC, have they replaced Dawn? Is it 4 individuals performing or 3? And if there's 4, they have replaced her because she's not performing with them. Hey, Miss Mad About Music. We hear about 37 cents. Royalty, baby. What is minimum wage? $8.15 or something like that, baby. That's a whole lot of just going in and clocking in on the damn job. But I get it. That's your passion, that's your talent, that's your gift. You want to share it, baby. But I was clocked in on a damn job, baby, and go sing karaoke for tips. Royalty checks, not the hype we believe, right? A lot of people say they make more money off of touring. You're welcome. Lily says she was living in her car too. Yes, but Lily went and got her ass a damn job. This is, yeah, he's a sweetheart. Just think I'm his little playmate. Girl, good luck, Jay Blake. The reality show was a while back, and she did have a house. You're welcome. I bet he is a sweetheart. I watched Angie's service too. It was beautiful. Thank you for letting me know. Hey to everybody in the chat. I was eating, so I didn't get to speak to everyone. Jay Blake, it's only for the weekend. Enjoy slowly. Hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. What you say? Bags will be packed by the door on Sunday, baby. Laundry washed and everything nice and neat, baby. Come get your chore. I need to woosah. Hey, uniquely Sonya, RN, PhD. Thank you for being here. This is why I admire longevity that artists like Patty Shaka, Anita, etc. have been able to maintain. If you don't have a support system or healthy mind, you are left for dead. Oh Lord. I got you. I knew what you meant. Okay. Hey, love to laugh. You're new in the chat. Well, probably not new. I'm just getting to you. Damn, Dawn is documenting her experience living in a car. I think it's her choice. Yeah, well, before this, like someone pointed out, she had been living with her parents. Now, how long she had been living with her parents, I don't know. Then she was living in a hotel. Says that a co-manager helped her get that hotel, but they kept promising her things, and she saw that they was full of shit, right? And then she went to living in her car. Special shout out and rest in peace to Mr. Frankie Beverly. I seen him, the Whispers, and the OJs in St. Louis. All right. Hey, Salty Buzzard. No, it was only 3 of them. Okay. Hey, Miss Boogie Dune. In the bushes at work. The streaming service messed up. Yeah. Yeah, the money for a lot of artists too. The majority of money goes to record labels. Yeah, those contracts. Costco said paying $30 an hour, baby. Sign me up. Welcome to Costco's. How may I help you? Baby, I swear I'll be singing. I can't sing it like her, but you know, she can hit those notes. She can sing that shit up in the Costco's. Fun fact, Cindy is married to a former Cincinnati OK Reds baseball player, Glenn Braggs, 30 years going strong. He has a fine, he was a fine black specimen. Yeah, that helps too, Bank. Thank you. And Bank is from Ohio, baby. So she representing the Cincinnati Red baseball player. Okay, Mr. Glenn Braggs. I don't like baseball. That's too damn long. All those endings. Oh my God. I am a belief that two grown women can't live in the same house. Okay, love my daughter, but no, she can't come back. So you sound like I'll pay your damn bills, honey, just to keep you up out of here. Got to have money to fund your independence, not nickels and dimes and royalties. That's true. What city and state pure intentions? Please hit the like button. She in Georgia. That's too funny. Okay. So let's do this. Hey, Friday. What's up? It's your day. It's your day. We are finally here. I heard Cindy was getting divorced. Bank, do you know anything about that? Thank you, Lady T-Bug. My daughter is doing well. God, yeah, gets the glory. 12 years of lupus, 6 years of dialysis. Thank you, Jesus. I said what I said is Purple Heart Gang Gang as well. You are not late. You're just in time. Yeah, I just been running my mouth. That man was breaking backs over his shoulders. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so let's go. Okay, what they saying here? This was pretty much about Jermaine Dupri's response to Cindy's video, talking about her situation. It's where she's been living, what she's have going on. And she says she feels free, she feels great. She is on a journey. Okay. So let's see what this part too. Oh man, let me see. I think it ain't gonna act.
If you remember, if I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months. Oh my God, you guys, because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I looked at a place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would tell him ahead of time, of course. And then he wouldn't meet me there until I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. I mean, I felt like he was playing games, and I knew he was playing games, and I wasn't the one. I'm like, come on. I'm trying to make this easier on you because financially, I know it's got to be hard. You're paying your rent and you're paying my hotel. His apartment was $1,700 a month. And then my hotel was over $3,000. Yep. So, and I was always stressed every week because he would pay weekly for the hotel. And so I was like, okay. He's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. Okay, so every week I was like, oh my God, can you afford it? Are you okay? And he's like, no, I can't, but I'm getting it together. What? You're the one who said to go to the hotel and you're not approving any of the apartments. Like, it would be so much cheaper to just get me into an apartment. Like, what's the problem?
Why couldn't you get your
every
own
week I was like, oh my God, can you afford it? Are you okay? And he's like, no, I can't, but I'm getting it together. What? You're the one who said to go to the hotel and you're not approving any of the apartments. Like, it would be so much cheaper to just get me into an apartment. Like, what's the problem? So every week I was like, oh my God, can you afford it? Are you okay? And he's like, no, I can't, but I'm getting it together. What?
Okay, I just want to make sure we don't miss anything. So let's go back and see what Jermaine.
For 3 years, ain't no 3 years of an assistant staying around. They ain't getting no money. If you ain't got no money, how they gonna help you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no money to pay them. Yeah. It don't even make sense, right? It don't make sense. So I'm just trying to make sure everybody pays attention to the whole scope of this story, because that's what I heard, and that made me think, wait a minute. She got an assistant. I don't know if she broke. She might not have all the money that she want in the world, but she definitely is not broke saying she got an assistant.
Yeah, no,
That's all I'm saying. She
But
said she been in her car for
didn't
3 years. Ain't no 3
say
years of an
assistant.
assistant staying around and ain't getting no money.
Hey,
If you ain't
Chocolate.
got no money, how they gonna help you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no money to pay them.
Yeah.
It don't even make sense, right? It don't make sense. So I'm just trying.
So to me, she said she had a co-manager, not an assistant.
Something that you should even think about if you don't have no money, right? And I'm bringing this up because Dawn, when she was telling the story in her car today about her living in her car for the last 3 years, she said, I was telling my assistant. And when she said that, I said, oh, wait a minute. It changed my whole vibe of what I was watching because ain't no goddamn way she got an assistant. And she ain't got no money. You know what I mean? Ain't no way. Yeah, Mr. Watson, when you ain't got no money and you out here just doing what you got to do, you do by yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You moving around by yourself. Ain't nobody getting ready to sit up under you and just kick it for nothing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it might be some people that will stick there for a little bit, but 3 years having an assistant is not something that it was her choice to be in the car. I saw somebody send a message and say, Jermaine, Monica, all of y'all, can y'all put some money together to help Dawn out? From my understanding, for her to speak on it the way she spoke on it, she was basically saying that she saw other people living in their vans, living in RVs, and she welcomed the idea of doing this. Somebody said her choice or limited options. It was her choice to be in the car. I saw somebody send a message and say, Jermaine, Monica, all of y'all, can y'all put some money together to help Dawn out? From my understanding, for her.
I'm sick of him. At the end of the day, if you're not coming to help, why jump on line doing interviews? I don't know who he talking to. Maybe he just did a live because I see his So Deaf logo and stuff behind him. If you're not going to help, because we don't really know the full story. And I hate when men do this, especially when he's had artists that has had financial problems, okay? Because we'll just talk specifically about the sisters, Tamika and Latasha. They said at one point they didn't have money. They were homeless, okay? They were living back with their mom. So to me, he can't speak on Don's situation unless he gonna speak on his artist situations. I think I read Banks. Yeah, I was surprised. I can't remember where I saw it. Hopefully it's not true, but because it's true, but believe it because never see info about them. 3 years, child, I'm late. I missed that. Who was she talking about getting an apartment? She said her co-manager, as if she may have two managers, because I feel like it's a manager and then a co-manager, a person up under them. So she said co-manager. JD annoyed me, but he got a point. Yes, I agree. That was my question, JD. Why is she paying an assistant that money she could use for housing? I think she said co-manager. Maybe she misspoke and said assistant, but when she started out talking about apartment, she said co-manager. Hey, Chick-fil-A gal, thank you for being here in the bushes. Thank you, Banking Runs in Mine. Also, my mother, rest in peace. My sister, rest in peace. And my sister, her daughter, and my daughter living with lupus. I wish they could find a cure. She mentioned an assistant at one point in the story. Okay, so she got a co-manager and an assistant. That's what it sounds like. Make sense. What I learned about Dawn by watching her on her reality TV is that she may not like to take accountability. I can see that There she goes, said the same thing. She yes, she mentioned an assistant. So she has a co-manager and an assistant. Jermaine need to shut the hell up. I agree. I seen that in her also. Okay. Miss E sent me, but I don't have time to upload it. Yeah, I don't know why what he's talking about. Be right back. Okay, thank you, Butterfly. She may already be back, y'all. Don't forget, Tasha was stealing Tamika money as Rocky was spending the money on the outside family, allegedly. Back what I have observed about Dawn in the past is that she may not be as mentally stable. Okay. So okay, same when she was with in Vogue. Question: what does she want us to do? Donate? Well, I think she has put this out on her own platform, and she said that is she free, that it's like one of the best decisions she ever made, allegedly. Okay, let me see. Oh, but I just hate for men to come out, though I'm gonna be a little biased, and pop off like that when he's had artists in that situation, and it don't seem like it was by choice. It seemed like it was by force. Okay. We're gonna look at this one, and then we're gonna get our other little video started. Okay, so here's her ex-husband, because y'all know now Lady T-Bug got to show different sides. Okay, they said Dawn Robinson ex-husband offered her a job after revealing she's been living in her car for 3 years. Okay. Her ex-husband name is Andre Allen. Is offering her a job in the hospitality industry after she revealed she's been living in her car for the past 3 years. Andre, who was married to Dawn from 2003 to 2010. Oh, wow. Tells at TMZ TV he doesn't want to see her crash out and thinks she'd be a perfect inclusion into Hilton brands. Okay. Andre, a Grammy Award-winning artist, claimed he's loaned dozens of notable music industry friends money and seen dozens of others, die in poverty, which he doesn't want to happen to his ex-wife. The hospitality professional feels Dawn can use her charisma and personality to make real money in the hospitality field by influencing people with sales, because entertainment isn't going to pay her what she's worth. Okay. Scroll here. How do I? Sure, I'm having technical difficulty over here. Did I? Oh, okay. I just clicked on something. That's why I put my banner up here, y'all, because I stay clicking on shit. Let me go back because I want to see what else he had to say. Oh, this is my inbox. Okay, there we go. That's better. I'm like, why could I scroll down? Here we go. In addition, he believes the industry and her ego, have allowed her to be delusioned. Oh my God, disillusioned. Okay. Oh wow. They say, ma'am, get back in your car. Y'all picked that picture of him, that hat on purpose. Oh Lord, I didn't even realize what it Trump 2020. Let me get back over here to her. So it seems like she does have someone trying to get her to get a job, but I don't know. It's given that she's in there by choice. I agree about JD. He shouldn't be talking unless someone asked him, especially if she do have mental health issues. And it seems like that is contributing to, some of the decisions that she's made in making. Damn, did Wait a minute. Dawn did say she is not looking for sympathy. Right. I saw something earlier that Dawn's ex-husband offered her a job. Didn't know what he does. Okay, so we just showed that. So you were thinking the same thing that I was gonna post. Oh, because I'm like, girl, why you telling me? LOL. I was typing that as you pulled it up. Okay, I was gonna say we were thinking the same thing because I saw this as well. 3 years? What did no that? Yeah, 3 years. Oh, no. He is wearing a cheetah face too. I didn't pay no attention because I was so busy trying to read and scroll. I missed that. Living in economic living in this economy, is that what you mean? Can be stressful and overwhelming. Yeah, and if I could, oh, Miss E said I would, so I could pay off debt, save for a house, because rent is crazy right now. It is. We were talking about that earlier, and I said what I said live, and we are just saying, when you reach a certain age, you're ready to settle down. You want, real estate, and I said, baby, because the rent life, I'm not about that. Andre, let me hold a little some. True. Never mind. He's MAGA. Yeah, we'll let him keep his little coins. She may already be working. Their hair is laid. She does look good though. I'm going to say this. She's not the stable kind. I've been friends with people like her. They enjoy being filthy and will not have any money. Oh, but gladly accept yours. That's true, Vic. She's the type to work when she gets the right feeling. Yeah, not when she needs it. And that's why her mama got her up out of there, girl. She probably was over there acting like a diva. I think Dawn has a big ego. She was on an R&B diva. Okay. Yeah, she was on R&B diva. She'll say that she's not looking for sympathy, but she really is. She's looking for a handout without having to pay it back. I was just getting ready to say that. Well, the fact that she said that she was looking for somewhere to stay at, and my question is, why couldn't she get her own apartment? Dawn had an ego when in Vogue, Lucy Pearls, and on that reality show. Okay. A local DJ in Tampa said that he reached out to her and she blocked him. I do not know if Lady T-Buck is going to play it. You know what? I'll try to play it at the end because I got to pull it up and you did give me the timestamp and I don't know how long that's going to take. But I will try to play it towards the end when we get finished with our interview that we're going to react to, Miss Shirley. This will be really my first time seeing Shirley in her zone far as being the interviewer. And Martell Holt is the interviewee. Okay, so I'm looking forward to it. Yes, what I was said earlier, she doesn't always take accountability. What was the DJ offering her? And she may thought it was a prank. I don't know. Her career was from 30 years ago. She must not like she must not be like Nesto sketching a motherfucking dollar and that's scratching. Nesto said, I could scratch $1. Yes, I wish I could do it all over again. Happy Friday, Mississippi Shell from the ATL. She sure does have a huge ego. Well, she gonna have to table that because she's still in the mindset that her assistant or her co-manager gotta find her somewhere to stay at. Baby, why you better hit the damn yellow book, okay? The white pages and find your own damn place, okay? So if you don't know how to get up with this technology, she gonna F around and find out. I don't know why my neighbors wait till I get off from work to be out here doing work. It's annoying. Okay, Miss E, I don't know. Let me see. Because I don't want to. I got to accept the cookies. Okay. Sure, they're telling me to subscribe. Show me, put in my email. Oh, can I listen? Yeah, I'll do it while we're listening, Miss Shirley. Strawberry in her element. That man may be MAGA, but he's offering her an honest coin with the Hilton, and Hilton has great employee benefits. She has a high ego. She has a big ego. She's hot, a big ego. I don't know. I'm gonna keep messing that up. Shirley interview with Martell. What? Yes, this is one of y'all sent it to me over on IG. It's been about a month ago. So I'm not sure if the individual is in the chat. If they are, if you want to reveal yourself, feel free to do so. I'm not going to do it because you didn't give me permission. But one of y'all dropped this in my inbox over on IG about a month ago saying, let's react to this. It'll be fun. And we're doing it today. Okay. Because I need to get caught up on all y'all requests. If Jermaine gonna speak about why he chose that toilet outfit to wear to the Super Bowl. That's what Pure Attention said with them damn sockers he had on. Listen, she's almost 60, if not 60. She better take that Hilton job and go sell those timeshare appointments. Right. Okay, it's a long clip. Oh, okay. I think her ex-husband was abusive, allegedly. Okay. And maybe, yeah, she said, you ain't finna wheel me back in. I'll stay in my car for 100, Alex. And Jermaine can see his leprechaun looking behind down. These housing prices are ridiculously high. Oh my God, praying that I find my retirement home in 2025. You are two bathrooms with a master bathroom, 1,300 square feet, perfect for me, myself, and occasional guests. Yep, that's perfect. Because most people that have big homes, when they get ready to downsize, when they're going into their golden years, so that will be perfect. Al Hush, they say I did not know that. Hey, Muffin, praying with you. Yes, definitely praying for my girl to get into her little dream home, because this rent is just crazy. All right, let me remove that. And then Miss E said it's a long clip. So maybe if I go live tomorrow, I'll just play the clip, before we get into whatever the content gonna be on tomorrow. If we still interested. We may be overdone, okay? Oh, let me see. I know rent in Vegas used to stay consistently under $1,000. Okay, alongside the average mortgage. Okay, it's not like $2,000 for a cardboard box, baby. That's called luxury. World. They ain't even trying to sell granite countertops, walk-in closets no more, baby. The walk-in closet is the damn apartment, Vic to the Veil. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Hey, Nutty. Okay, Nut. How you doing? Let's see. Okay, let's get up this interview. It is with Miss Shirley. Again, this is a subscriber's request, and I am just getting around to it. And I forgot to message this person and tell them that I was doing it today. So if I don't see them in the chat, I will definitely let them know. So they can catch the replay. I'm doing well, beloved. Just chilling on this Friday. Any big plans for the weekend? Okay, so we're gonna see Miss Shirley again. Y'all know, although I do know who Shirley Strawberry is, I really, really, really got involved with Shirley after the debacle, the shenanigans with her husband, Mr. Nisto. I didn't get a lot of exposure to her down here in my small country town. At one point, we only had one radio station, and Shirley them weren't, they weren't they weren't here. They weren't being aired here, but they are now. But y'all, I'm only in my car limited time, so I don't listen to them that much. And when I'm at work, because of my job, I'm not able to really listen to the radio. Sometimes I can sneak on and off of YouTube. Like I did today was slow this afternoon. That meeting, I sat in the back and had one earbud in, so I couldn't even hear the call, because you got at those earlier calls from phone calls. I'm pretty, you have to have both earbuds in to hear both conversations. So I chose to listen to Down Dre over Mushmouth Nesto. So I was commenting, here and there, but I just saying that to say that this would be probably my first time seeing Shirley in her element, interviewing someone. So I'm gonna probably be critiquing her the way y'all know Lady T-Bug do. The person that she's interviewing is Martell Holt. If you are familiar with Loving Marriage Huntsville, Melody Cherie Rogers, his ex-wife, formerly Melody Holt, but she goes by, Dr. Melody Cherie Rogers is his ex-wife. They pitched their show idea to Carlos King. It is now being aired over on, but Melody is no longer a part of the show. She resigned. I don't know if she's gonna be on this season because I believe they already filmed, but I'm not sure. But Melody has now resigned. She's no longer going to be on the show, but because her and Martell pitched this show, produced this show, I believe she'll still be getting producer credits, even though she won't be a castmate. Something similar to probably what Mariah is doing with Married to Medicine. I'm thinking it's going to be what's going to happen with Melody. Okay, so they were married when the show aired. They divorced by the second season due to Martell being unfaithful. He was community D over in the Huntsville streets. He was getting the women pregnant. The women was having to cancel the babies, but he finally Coleslaw is what we call her. The side chick. She is Sonya on steroids to me. Y'all think Sonya bad? Baby, meet Ariane, aka Coleslaw, the greatest side chick on this face of the earth in the dirt. She's very loud and proud to be the other lady. She contacts the wife. She had a baby. She said she not stopping. This our man, baby. He both of our men. Is what she was giving. And Melody said, baby, you can have him. And she exited stage left. They've had a lot of legal issues going back and forth. He's interviewed with Tasha K, and other people. Just to give a little backstory for the people that do not know the story. Okay, so he is here now with Miss Shirley, and I'm gonna be looking, I'm gonna be looking. I saw the comment about the side nugget. Okay, I like Dawn first. Okay, Sancha. She was making no money. Then she reminds her family of all she's done for them. Okay. They probably sick of her not taking responsibility, right? And then you probably acting like a diva. But like I said, baby, I knew your ass when you was in the sandbox. So we ain't drinking club soda. I'm not buying this high class water, baby. You getting down Aquafina over here. You getting down Zephyr Hill over here, or whatever. Okay, so it may have been that too. Like, baby, listen, you ain't damn Don from In Vogue. You little Don, okay? I said I would never pay over $1,000 for rent. Now I'm paying $1,450 for a 1-bedroom. Ernesto Holt, okay? So I will say that Melody and Martell have 4 kids, 3 daughters and a son. They are now divorced. They be back and forth in court. Martell tried to do a revenge porn on Melody, in which he was arrested and convicted for harassing communications. Melody now has a restraining order against him, no contact order against him. And him and his side chick is out here, publicly. Now that he's divorced Melody, it's been about 5 or 6 years since the divorce, but he still haven't married or claimed her. Okay, so we call her Coleslaw. Completely Miss E Wild 1450 for a 1-bedroom. I just started calling her the side nugget. Salty buzzer, no. Thanks, because I did not know the story. Yes, and I think they're on maybe season 10 with the show, so it's a whole lot. I used to react to the show, but it became too much because it was just it wasn't even really the show as much that became too much for me. It was the YouTube streets. It became very toxic. People were doxing each other. Um, they were fighting, police lawsuits came involved, and it kind of took the fun out of it for me. I do watch the show and try to periodically and keep up with what's going on, especially the legal issues, but I had to step away from reacting to it because it was just too much. Okay, I started less than $900 and I went close to $1,600 for a 2-bedroom. Hey honey, say that. Coleslaw is a mess. She when I say she is Sonya on steroids, she's out here doing interviews on the bloggers, and y'all think that Sonya be talking stuff about Shirley, baby. This lady talking about the sex, the lady lazy. She running down the lady history. Whatever Martell has told her, she is running it through these YouTube streets with different bloggers, and they record her and they, make it content. Yes, Coleslaw is a mess. Hey, Sunshine. Coleslaw also has baby with Martell. Those who don't know, I said that she had a AB, deleted the baby, and then she got pregnant again. So they do have a kid that he had while he was married to his wife. And then his wife had a child after their child and all this stuff, or however it go, child. But they're gonna talk about that, I think, in the interview. I don't know. I never watched the show, just know of him from the little bit on Raw. Yes, he was dating Sheree. They said that was the same thing like Kenya. It was a setup. Okay, pay you to be my man, my man, my man. Because they said Kenya was paying them men, to say that they were dating. And that's the same scenario they have going around about Miss Sheree. And Coleslaw was still there when he was with Sheree, okay? Yes, too much going on the YouTube. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Coleslaw is Sonya on steroids. Melody and Martell took over 5 years. Over a 5-year show. I stopped watching. Okay. CLC, what state? Coleslaw did her interview rounds just like Boney. Yes, Coleslaw was on Tasha K, like Boney Tail, aka Cynthia's what I call her. She did another YouTuber. She thought she was talking to her in confidence, but she was recording her. And she put those tapes out. Straight No Chaser. Anthony Lautis, she was talking to him as of recent. He put some recorded videos out of her as well. It's just a lot. It's a lot. But I'm telling you, she grimy with it. She dirty with it. She hit below the belt. She nasty with it. And now he's over there with her, with his children that he had with his wife, his ex-wife. And it's just a whole lot going on. But Shirley is interviewing him. Okay. And we know Shirley history. So this is going to be interesting. Child, let's see the foolishness. Letitia say, girl, hit the damn play button and hush. Hey, TDC, I will do so. Okay, I'm not offended. This is Miss Shirley Strawberry with the Steve Harvey Morning Show interview with Martell Holt.
Martell reached out to us because, he is getting bashed. And, some people say deservedly so because he cheated. He had a beautiful family and he cheated and lost his family. So now he wants advice. I'm assuming, Martell, you want to move forward and try to, go on with your life.
Okay.
Basically.
Letita, I ain't taking you seriously.
So.
Oh God, not the muscle shirt.
Being a husband, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Being a husband and,
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to say nothing.
I'll rewind it. Baby, I wasn't ready for the damn busting out the shirt. Baby, I didn't know if this was the damn Incredible Hulk. He about to bust up out of here like the damn Green Bean Man. I don't know what the Green Bean Man name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The Green Giant? What the hell going on? You're doing an interview in your home. It's a nice little setup back there, Martell. Okay, but what the going on? It looked like So sweet peas or something. I don't know.
not having a father.
Okay, let's go back.
Go on with your life, basically.
I wasn't ready.
Is that why you're here?
Definitely so. I would definitely say that being a husband, being a husband and, I'm not going to say not having a father figure or not having a black role model, not having that as an excuse. But, I was really like learning like trial and error as I was going, so we was married for like 12, 13 years.
But why did you ask her to marry you?
We had a lot of ups and downs, great times.
See, I don't like the way it's starting out already because you got down on your dusty knees at Melody's graduation and asked her to marry you. If you did not know what a husband was, maybe you should have done some research before you asked her to marry you so you could know if that's what you wanted to be or could be, forever. Why would you ask her to marry you? And now you're saying you didn't have a father figure. You didn't really know what a husband was supposed to be, but you knew how to go down at a Kmart and get a damn ring.
And not so great times, and but I failed, and that's why I'm here, because for my future I want to be better. Period, point blank.
That's a lie.
Okay. I don't want to continue to do the things that I've done in the past.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Oh, here goes Steve. Give
So
him your book, Steve.
Are you divorced? Are you married? Is it over? Are you trying to reconcile?
Yeah. Well, no.
Shirley does look good.
The divorce is final. It was final as about a month ago.
You don't like her hair.
But it's life after marriage or life after
Batman.
a divorce,
Yeah, well, yeah, I do know.
So do I. I know as well.
A lot of
what happened,
experience
Shirley?
right
Tell
here,
me.
Martell. You call the right man if you're trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, he definitely need to be talking to a therapist and not
marriage is a
Shirley.
beautiful thing. It really is. I enjoy being married. It's just some things that happen up, and I guess I dropped the ball.
You're immature.
Okay, so let me ask you something. When you say you dropped the ball, tell me where you think you went wrong.
I guess thinking that I deserve more. Well, I'm not gonna say that.
You want your cake and
I think
eat
I was
it
being
too?
greedy.
You want your cake and eat it
greedy,
too?
and at times, I would definitely say that I was saying that my wife wasn't doing certain things within the relationship. But I guess I should have communicated that in a different way, opposed to stepping out,
Okay, yeah.
Get him, Shirley.
What we're not gonna do is we're just gonna tell your truth. We're gonna leave your ex-wife. We're not gonna bash or blame.
No,
Melody.
Not at all. Not at all.
We're not gonna do that.
I was just saying how I messed up, how I should have handled it in a different way.
Yeah.
So no bashing, no negativity, anything of that nature. I'm looking to move forward.
I kind of felt that from you.
But there was a lot of that though, Steve, which is why I said it.
Yeah.
On the show, a lot of
there was a lot of that.
Is that Carla talking back there?
He didn't do it just now.
Shirley, say, hold up.
So let me keep saying that over.
That's how the women come at me, just like she just did. That's how they come at me. And I haven't even.
Oh, that's forever, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, Martell, that's forever. Living this one down gonna
Steve
be.
look drunk.
But Martell, you're here. You wanted to come. We allowed you to come. We welcome you to the show, and we do want you to tell your side of it. We do. We welcome Melody to do the same thing if she would like to.
Well, when we come back,
I
have a couple of questions that you can answer for me, and then we'll go from there. Our special guest today
what happened?
is
Latita?
Martell Holt from
Love and Marriage Huntsville on the OWN channel.
Straight up on I-65.
We'll be back at 23 minutes after. Right after this.
Nassau Space Center.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Yeah, don't Shirley hair look a little flatter, but that's probably because she's working from home. That's probably why it looks so flat like that. Steve, where did you go wrong in all your marriages? Inquiring minds would like to know, Steve. Stop being vague. Say what you said about her. This was before, he was trying to, get the people on his side, Latita. So, he got butt wild after this interview. This interview actually was 3 years ago. Get him, Shirley. Yes, Shirley. Hair does look. I'm not. I don't want to hear anything from Shirley. Respectfully, girl, we are looking at Shirley in her element. I couldn't tolerate his ass for 30 days. Martell, you are a selfish dog. He definitely wanted his cake and eat it too. And I think he did this interview because they talked about him, on a previous show. And he contacted them and he set up this interview to kind of defend himself. Okay. Yeah, girl, maybe it will only be $50 increase. Steve is a cheater also. Boy, bye. Shirley can relate to Martell very well. He's Nesto all over 3 years ago. So was Old Nasty in jail then? Well, Old Nasty has been in jail since July 2022. Shirley keeps saying, Old Nasty, clean little pixie cut. So Nesto was in there. was Wait a minute. So Nesto was in the free world doing this interview, baby. And she up there, Tasha and Ronna them upstairs. She upstairs at Tasha and Ronald. See, y'all making me be bad. You're making me be bad. Not a damn word from her or Steve. Okay, Letitia got the actual official date because when I went and looked on here, it just says 3 years ago. So, okay, the date of the interview is April 7th, 2021. Nesto wasn't in jail yet. Yeah, but Shirley had been staying over with Tasha and Ronald since March of 2022. Okay, so that's why she used that date for her divorce. But wait, she said something about she could relate. Maybe she was talking about Mr. Strawberry. I think so. Although I have mixed feelings about Shirley, I still like that she was trying to make him keep it cute. Nesto was at a hotel. I'm just saying. Child, they probably was getting put out of Big Creek on this day. I don't know.
Steve, we are back with our live Strawberry Letter. Like we said earlier, the first one we've done in many, many years. Our special guest today is Martell Holt from the OWN Network's Love and Marriage Huntsville. We can recap. So do you have an idea of kind of what's going on now, Steve? I know you said you haven't watched the show.
I haven't watched the show, but this brother's
Thank you,
on here.
Letitia,
He had
for
a
the
family.
actual date.
He lost a family because he
cheating.
Yeah, he didn't know how to do it, and he said in his own words he was just greedy, and so it caused the demise of his family. What I just pulled a picture and looked up, beautiful family, and so the divorce is final now. So let me ask you this, Martell: if you could do anything differently, what would you have done?
If I could have done anything differently, what would it have been?
That should just effortlessly be coming off of his tongue.
I think the communication with my wife.
Not cheating.
I think just like what she mentioned to me, what I should have done is I should have literally grabbed her and sit her down and had that adult conversation, opposed to the things that I was complaining about. I would just complain candidly, opposed to really saying, "Hey, listen, we have an issue. Let's sit down,
Letitia.
Let's talk about it, because it's making me feel a certain way that wouldn't be pleasant for our marriage." So, like what she mentioned, better communication.
Okay, now let me ask you something. Were you, while you were having these verbal complaints,
this Shirley interview, not
was
yours,
there anything you was doing that deserved a complaint?
I should have cheated.
Well, she wasn't complaining about too much. We had children. Well, we have children, and a lot of the times I was like the more dominant parent. No, it wasn't anything that she was complaining about. It wasn't.
Well, now let me ask you this.
I don't know what he got on, Vic.
No. Was it she wasn't complaining because she didn't know everything?
Right.
I'm not sure. I mean, we didn't have to have her on the phone for that, because
let me ask you this. Really... Was you hiding the cheating part pretty good?
Who is this coming in Steve's room?
Before she confronted you about it.
Yeah, I was, when I was complaining, when I started to complain, that's around the same time that I stepped out.
Yeah.
When I started to complain.
That's a lie. He had been having an affair with this lady for years. This lady had previously been pregnant from him. Melody had caught them together, ran up on them. he promised that, things were over. And then he get her pregnant again. I don't know, to the full extent of what all Melody knew. And according to the damn streets, honey, he was cheating with more than just coleslaw. You just a hoe.
Plain, certain things wasn't adjusted the way I wanted it, which was selfish. But this one I stepped out.
Yeah.
Definitely
And
lying.
it went on for about a year before she found out.
That's a lie.
Went on for a year. Now let me ask you something. Do you think in your mind that the stepping out also brought about the demise of
The shirt gotta go.
I would definitely say so, because that probably took something out of me that could have been going toward my wife.
Thank you
and I
so
was
much,
issuing
real
it over
zesty
here
little
to
dude. I
someone else.
appreciate you.
So, I totally agree with that.
And there's a baby involved, Steve.
What you mean?
Girl,
He has a baby
I'm trying so hard.
with this other woman.
I'm trying so hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a baby.
child
You can tell
conceived
him,
about
Shirley, how
5
many
years on
kids
down
do
the
Nesto
line.
have?
Women don't.
Thank you so much, real zesty. I
Yeah.
appreciate
you don't watch the
you.
show, Steve.
No,
he
no,
has
no,
a
hold
whole
up,
baby
hold
with this other woman. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes, that's what it's giving, Karen.
The other woman got pregnant?
Did
She
twice.
did.
Twice.
I mean, this is when we said
No,
we were going to
no.
get divorced and all that type stuff. So,
No, it's not.
it's not like it happened earlier on, but it happened.
Martell, you full of shit. I'm telling y'all, don't believe Martell. That lady had been around for years, okay? Felt comfortable enough to get pregnant for him twice. And he called her a peasant.
Well, hold on
Yeah.
now. Hold on. Because after she found out you was cheating,
Why are
how
these
long
people
were you
walking
all
around?
married after she found out?
5 years.
I don't know. This is
It
my
took her
first time
5 years
watching
to
it.
find out.
No. She found out 5 years ago.
No.
Oh, okay. So she stayed with you after she found out you was cheating.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
But okay, how old is the baby? The new baby?
Yep, they did have the matching
newborn.
cars. Melody and Coleslaw had the
Sometime
matching
around
cars.
Christmas,
Yes.
right? Around
This
time?
Christmas?
No, it's a newborn.
A newborn baby.
Everybody trying to say when a baby was born. Don't nobody know.
Well, when was it born?
That's what the hell
Tell
I
us.
asked. I don't-
Yeah, when was it born?
See, hey dog, hey Martell, understand something. We can't undo none of this. So I'm just trying to
Yes,
get the
sir.
facts. Okay. So I just leave it alone. You got a newborn, but you
Yes,
have how many children with your wife, the
4.
woman you were married? You got 4 kids. How
Yes,
close
sir.
in age is the last 2? See,
A year.
Well, Melania, she is
How
1
old is Sugar
1.5,
Mama?
and my third is 5.
That's a lie.
So it's like
No,
a 4-year difference.
no, it's not.
she found out 5 years ago. God,
He is lying.
So he has a
Well, before I wanted to
Come
say
on,
this to
Shirley.
Steve. Before we do run out of time, Martell did come on here to get some advice from
no,
you.
that's what we're gonna do. That's why
Yeah.
we go. This is
Girl, Shirley, I want you to rip him. Okay, so Martell is lying. Melody had a baby, I think maybe the December prior to the new baby that he had with Coleslaw. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. How ain't Sugar Mama and Coleslaw baby like a year apart? They're both of their birthdays are in December. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ain't no way no man gonna call me a peasant on TV and ever be be about presence again. Funk him. The way he talked bad about his wife, that he cheated on several times, the mother of his children. I have no respect for him, period. 4 beautiful children, then bad mouth Mel. Funk him. She is being obtuse. I agree. So, okay, let's go, Shirley.
longer than 2
Shirley
strawberry
say,
letters.
Shirley say he need advice. She here to help.
It is.
We finna carry this over to break number 3. Because I do want to hear the soldier out.
Mm-hmm.
Because look, I've been there. And then, men can quit tripping. Every man know this story. Stop acting brand new. Every man know this story.
All right, hold up, Steve. We'll have part 3 of the Strawberry Letter with our special guest. This live Strawberry Letter with Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville. We'll be back at 46 minutes after the hour, right after this. All right, here we are, Steve, live with Martell Holt from Owns Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, and, Martell has come on
y'all
for
think
advice.
Shirley
come on the show for advice. Now, I've had to get some background. Took the 2 breaks to get the background. Martell was married to a woman. They have a family together. He admittedly stepped out and now found out there's another child involved. And the divorce is final. And so now here he is. And he's admitted that he did some things wrong. What I learned myself was
sunshine.
You can't fix in your house. You can't fix what's wrong in your house outside your house.
Yeah. That's pretty much
a
what
lot
he's
of
giving.
men go that route, to be honest with you.
Okay, thank y'all for
there's something wrong and they start telling it to somebody and somebody give a listening in. Next thing you know, they listening real good and they seem to be understanding. The next thing you know, so some things jump off.
Hey,
so
what up, though?
Martell,
313.
where we at right now, man? What would you like to accomplish with this phone call?
So right now, I guess I am going through a tough time because we do have our 4 children. Our divorce just has been over about a month ago now, and I guess I do want to move forward, but I guess I need to know, how do I move on in terms of, like, do I start to
get a job?
I'm not gonna say start dating someone now, but like, what does the future look like?
It's so sad that he risked his family, his wife, his future, because we know right now Martell is down bad. Okay, we said, he done been convicted of the communications with Mel, where he was trying to do the revenge P on her. He down real bad. And this was 3 years ago. And he still haven't made any progress. But the biggest part I wanted to point out is that you did all that with this coleslaw, and now you're free, you're single, and you don't wanna. Talking about you not dating. Poor peasant.
Well, you've been doing that. So
don't say date.
No, don't worry about that. But see, man, let me say this. Because I don't care how a marriage go. At the end of the day, the children had nothing to do with it. And every man that has been found guilty of this, every last one of us who have been guilty of this have had to grapple with the facts that we blew a family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We messed up a family.
Yeah, and that's what I'm battling with right now too.
Yeah, man, because it's hard, man, because in the words of Tyrese in that song Shame, what am I supposed to tell these kids? See, that's
He's bringing them kids right around the side.
And that's where a lot of us as men, we don't have groups to help us through these moments like this. Okay.
Well, he is seeing a therapist, Steve, by the way.
Okay, Shirley said he's seeing a therapist. She taking up for him.
He's seeing a therapist.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I have.
Is the therapist, is he divorced?
No, he's been married for about 30-something years. And my thing is, the reason I wanted to speak with you, Steve, honestly, is because I feel that you've been through some things.
That's what I'm saying.
And you are like the best person to seek advice from, someone that has actually been through something.
I'm gonna talk to you. You don't go learn how to swim. Somebody can't swim. You play golf from somebody know the golf swing. If you're in therapy, you're talking to a dude ain't never been divorced. I mean,
and he said he have been in therapy.
I totally agree.
I got
that's mine too.
All right, we're gonna come back more. Break number 8.
Okay. But listen, Shirley done cut Steve off and say, well, Steve, he's in therapy. And Martell couldn't even follow up and say, yes, I am seeing a therapist. It's hard work. I'm a work in progress. He said, I had seen a therapist. So he's not currently in therapy. Shirley, sit this one out. I'm not impressed. Okay. I'm still not impressed with Shirley.
All right, more with Martell Holt from Love and
Break what?
Marriage, Huntsville,
I think it's break
right
eight
after
time.
this.
Started
This
out
is the Steve Harvey
good.
Morning
she-
Show. All right, our special guest. This is a special
Right.
live edition of the Strawberry Letter for today. Our
What baby
guest
said.
is Martell Holt. That's right, I said Martell Holt from Love and Marriage, Huntsville on OWN.
Right.
Martell
Dr.
reached
Kid.
out to us. He is seeking advice from Steve. He wants to move on now. He wants to move on, and it's nothing wrong with that because that is life. You have to move on.
CLC
You know,
say,
that's how we
"Fuck
learn. We make
Steve,
mistakes. we move
Martell,
on."
and that
Steve.
damn
Now,
shirt."
Martell has informed me of what happened. He had a marriage, had some things going wrong.
He's
in
still
it.
not
He didn't know
claiming
how
the
to handle it.
sunshine.
He admittedly handled it the wrong way. He lost his family. Divorce is final. He has children
What it
and
do?
another child outside
What
the
up, though?
marriage.
I'm talking
And
about what it
today
do.
he's sitting here faced with what I
What
know a
up,
lot
though?
of men are faced with.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Act
I've had
like
to
they
look
look
at
like
it
a
myself.
Batman costume, babe.
So what I'm saying to you now, Martell,
Me
is
too,
if
big.
I were you to move forward,
Hey, Shirley,
because you are
see?
now your divorce is public. It's crazy. So now you getting ate up alive by women. They're not trying to hear you. But the one thing you could
Just
do,
like Sonya, huh?
see, the one thing men don't do is we don't do closure.
Right.
And sometimes, man, closure is a very significant thing for women.
Not Shirley over there talking about right, but wanted to talk to Ernesto when he got out. We gonna have to talk. We gonna have to sit down and talk. You know me and don't do closure. You should have been exit stage left, Shirley.
Especially public, because since your wife was embarrassed,
Bank,
public,
please.
Humiliated.
it's like when the newspaper make a mistake and the rebuttal, it'd be front page mistake, but then the rebuttal be in
None
the
at all,
classified
cheeks.
section.
It's like she didn't
In
even have a
small
list
print.
of questions.
We made a mistake. They don't do that. So probably the beginning of helping your girl and yourself and your kids is to publicly apologize to her and admit you're wrong in it so that she can get some type of relief from what she's been feeling with publicly. You feel what I'm saying?
I do 100%.
And ask
Yeah.
for forgiveness.
That's what she's not gonna forgive him. That's not
But
finna happen.
He can ask.
Don't worry about that. That ain't what you after. He has to make her whole.
She the
not
journalist.
himself
She better
whole.
do the homework.
Yeah.
See,
Uh-huh.
and so
Okay.
what he trying to do is find a way so he can kind of put something together for this woman. I think that would be an interesting way to go about it, to publicly address this situation and put her at ease so she's not at fault for some of the things you may have said publicly about her. It was just probably you lashing out, trying to cover and all this here. Cause I know, man, look, man, when we as men do wrong,
Hey, Miss
we
Selena.
justify our wrong with telling the woman what she did wrong that caused us to do wrong.
And not
Yeah,
only
that's
us,
what I've
but
been.
I
That's
think
what I've
so.
been doing for quite some time. Well, listen.
Yeah.
Look at him. He
Steve,
itching with that tight
see,
shit on.
Shirley, she's mentioning certain things in terms of like I publicly said
It's
this and
Miss
that.
Shirley.
So we started filming the show. I didn't want to put our business on TV. I didn't want to publicly talk about.
Oh,
our
but the show
issues.
did.
But
Oh no, they did it.
Now he ready to throw Mel under the bus after Steve just said, if you want to move forward, just apologize for what you done wrong and move forward. Now he taking 20 steps back with, I didn't want to put this on TV. I just wanted to ride around Huntsville, with my side piece and our side baby. But Mel wanted to put it on TV. Yeah, because Mel didn't want to be fake. She wanted this to be her real life, and she did not want to come on here and portray a loving couple when you out here with your coleslaw and your damn the hush puppies, because that's what I see people get. They get the coleslaw, they get the hush puppies, okay, and your hush puppy, okay.
They
How
did
could
it.
you
No one
not?
would have known anything. No one would have known anything.
We would have known, baby. We would have known.
What we want to put out there,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a surprise to me when she hit me with it. It was a
They
surprise
say,
to me
boy,
when she hit me
bye.
with it, and it was on TV, so that was the first of it right there.
I
That
tell
was it.
people all the time, if you want your marriage to not survive, Put it on TV.
Right.
Put it on TV.
Put it on a
Put
reality
that damn
show.
thing on TV, because now you can't work it out
I
by
agree.
yourself.
What up,
I
though?
think the beginning, though, Martell, is the public
Okay, you'll be
statement
back.
to make her whole
Come back for the
again and
I
not
panel.
like that,
herself.
Steve. I like that.
That's the beginning, because it provides
Right.
an element of closure. And
Yes,
then after that,
Not 1 year later.
there is a little
I
bit
agree.
of suffering that you have to
You
endure.
can see his heart beating through
I
his
did it,
damn
man. I
chest
know.
shirt.
And mine wasn't entirely my fault either.
Shirley ain't
I
asked
can
3
tell you
questions yet,
flat
has
out.
she?
But in the court of public opinion,
Because he thought he
don't
could
matter.
control the
The
narrative.
man is wrong.
Did-
oh, doggy, in
He
the
thought he
court
could
of
control
public
the narrative.
opinion, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Don't be
That's
a
true.
victim, Martell.
No,
Uh-uh.
I'm just saying it
Oh.
just doesn't matter. I'm not saying to be a victim. It just don't matter.
I
A dude, I don't give a damn what you say.
Yep. She in the
You know,
amen corner.
So it's
Yeah.
going to be a level of suffering that you have to endure because of the pain that was inflicted.
Yeah.
You know, because
I
no
understand.
matter what you
He's so
going through,
fake.
it pales in comparison to what this woman who done had these kids had to go through.
Do you
Yeah.
still love her, Martell?
There you go.
Oh, I definitely love her. Yeah.
Are you still
I-
in love with her? Are you still in love with your ex-wife?
Who is that,
I'm-
Tommy?
All right. Yeah.
Who is that, Tommy?
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It hurts me to say that. To be. Yeah. It hurts me a lot to say
You
that.
ain't
but
hurt.
I'm not.
You just mad you got caught.
Okay, we got this is part what?
Well, it's a lot
Steve,
of
part
people
100?
listening to this. You can't just say.
We on our way to
See.
part
Hold-
9. I know.
Hold
we ain't-
on. Yeah, we got to take a quick break
This ain't
here,
no
Martell.
strawberry letter. This is life.
This is a reality show.
This a
In real life.
Welcome to the Steve Harvey Reality Show, everybody. Brought to you by Monica Barnes, Carla Farrell, and Shirley Strawberry.
All right,
Me, Tommy,
hang
and
on.
Junior just hanging on. And Martell, all we know is
We trying to hang
glad
out
it
with you,
ain't
Martell.
us. Damn, dog.
Hang on, Martell. Okay, we got to take a quick break here.
Junior said, we trying to hang in there.
We'll be back with more of this live Strawberry Letter reality show.
This the Shirley
Right
that
after
y'all
this.
talking about?
All right, we're back with part 5. It is part 5 of our live
It's
Strawberry
part
Letter
12.
Right,
of
big.
of our live Strawberry Letter reality show today with our special
Ow,
guest, Martell
hit you.
Holt, who reached out to us. He wanted some advice during the Strawberry Letter segment, and that is what we do. We give advice.
Okay.
And Martell is here seeking that, and we're trying to do that. And
Steve, like
Carla,
this
during
ninja
the
playing
break,
in
he
my
said-
face.
Hold
I
on
know
one
a
second.
player
but
when I
just-
see one.
He came on the show. He told me his situation. His wife is divorced. He had outside
Right, cheeks.
relationships. There's another baby involved. The divorce is finalized. He
I
loves
think
his
so. I
wife.
agree.
He's not in love with her. And his whole thing was, what can I do to move forward? My first suggestion is to
Apology.
provide this woman with some type of closure.
Mhm.
What you publicly did to her and said to her, the apology has to be at that same level. See, it kills me when people talk about me on the internet. Then when I catch
Uh-oh.
them somewhere, they want to.
Now it's about him. But I do agree with Steve in this perspective. If you embarrass me publicly, then you need to come right your wrongs publicly. I agree with Steve on that. It ain't no you embarrass me like Nesto, you on damn the evening news, the midday news, the midnight news, and then you think you gonna walk up over here and apologize to me quietly? No, sir. You need to get out there and do a press conference, and you need to be talking about only me. Okay, I don't want you to say me, I, myself, any pronoun, any noun, anything that will relate to you. It need to be all about me.
say I'm sorry in the dressing room.
Mhm.
No, your ass get on that same internet you was on when you was talking all that yak, and then when I got up in your face, man to man, now you down
Be
something else.
hush. It's
I'll
just
break this too damn
entertainment, boo.
show.
And see,
And-
yeah, they really. And okay, I have a question too. Go ahead, Carla. You wanted to say
Come on,
something here?
Carla, because Shirley not
I
doing
think
it.
Martell, what's missing is, I watched the show and I've talked about the show. You just did not show any remorse. It didn't. You broke her heart. And you saw that over and over. And as a woman, as women, we watching Melody, we're on team Melody because we understand how she feels. And I'm just saying what you're saying right now, what Steve is saying, to apologize publicly and say these things. But the one thing that I never got from you is that you were sorry that you broke your wife's heart. And I just did not get that genuinely from her. You know, from you, and even the conversations when you guys were on the show,
Steve is definitely
you
goofy.
talked about what you weren't getting from her. You know what I'm saying? And that's
hold on.
Okay, is this the strawberry letter or the damn Carla letter? Sure, we need to give Carla a name.
Hold on, we're going to give you a chance, Martell, to respond and to make it right, try to make it right, and apologize and all that. But we got to.
Shirley is giving a damn timekeeper over here, not the damn interviewer.
Take another break, and we'll be back with more of this live Strawberry Letter reality show right after this.
Hey, listen, y'all, we back. I'm taking this kind of fast. Martell Holt is on the phone with us today on the radio. His family's broken up. His wife has divorced him. He was unhappy. He stepped out. There's another child involved. Carla brought up an interesting point while we've been talking about all
we need some help.
Is that the reason so many women are Team Melody is
they got a lot of commercials
on this actual show on television with some of the things you said. And Carla said you'd never seen quite remorseful about it in a sincere way. How do you respond?
Okay, Butterfly, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you.
I'm very sorry. And, you know, I didn't want to bring this against my family. You know, it was many times that I prayed on my knees and asked the Lord to really, for real, like, remove this sin from me, you know, but it's like, I kind of fell for this person and it got out of hand. And now that we're on a reality show, it's like my back is against the wall. And then I guess if you guys know about reality shows, they get to run the narrative the way they want to run it. You know, it's a lot of things that y'all women are saying on this TV show that I really would not do in real life. You know, the editing is very serious. I tell you that. The editing is very serious. And, you know, I've been very apologetic to my wife.
What about all the stuff you do outside of filming? Is that embarrassing?
But
is that editing?
Martell, you can't control who you are on that show, because there has to be a way that you can control who you are. They can't make the Martell be the Martell they want it to be just because they want ratings. You have to be able to control the Martell that you want, the Martell that's portrayed out there.
Well, now let me say this too.
That sounds really good. That sounds really good. But when they put you in, when you go and meet 5 different people that you really would not meet in real life, that makes you feel some type of way. I'm up here meeting people, telling them about my relationship that I normally wouldn't do. What I'm supposed to do? Tell the producers that I'm not gonna meet.
Wait a minute. I thought the core 4 were your friends. I thought the Scots 1.0 and 2.0 were your friends. So the other 2, which is the core 6, are you and Mel. So those 4 individuals that you're referring to, aren't them your friends? Weren't they helping you cheat? Weren't they making sure your side chick got her money? When her car broke down, she would call them. All right. So what you talking about, Willis?
Today?
Right.
No, that's my job. And they want me to
Martell,
go meet this person today.
but I think what Tommy is saying is this, Martell. My father told me something a long time ago, a real simple man. He said, son, don't give him a pen to stick you with. And I think you gave him too much fuel. I think you said some things that they didn't have to really embellish, just play it.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes, man, when we're in front of people, we flex a little bit.
Right.
And I think to my understanding is it was a lot of flexing on the show. Because, you know, when the camera's on, you know, everybody want to appear in their best light. And you appeared in your best light, put her in her worst light.
Yeah.
And that's and that has cost you a family. When we come back, man, we're gonna talk about that, the importance of the family. And after you apologize to her publicly, not privately, what I think as Steve Harvey you should do to move forward. And I think we'll be able to put some type of closure to the situation when we come back.
I like that.
All right.
That's good,
Okay.
Steve.
We'll be back with our last break of the day with Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville right after this.
Get some more coffee.
All right, Steve, here we are, our
You need some
last
more
break
coffee.
of the day. Our very special guest today from Owns Love and Marriage Huntsville has been Martell Holt, who reached out to us. He wanted some advice during the Strawberry Letter, and that's what we were, here trying to do. Because I, believe in redemption. I mean, we would tell the same person who wrote in with these same issues, about redemption and forgiveness and things like that, and public apologies, like you said. So that's what we're here for.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Listen, just to recap it, this brother called in. He made some mistakes in his marriage. He knows that. He stepped outside. He's lost his family. He wants to move forward. There's another child involved. And we've been talking. And one of the things that I know that men are not good at is we're not good at closure. Now, the thing about this brother is it's a lot of men out here that are him. A lot of men out here can know exactly where he coming from. Let's stop all this. We righteous. Damn, oh man, I can't believe you did that. Yeah. Okay. And this is a story that's played out in a lot of
Aries
places.
one.
This is played out all over the country, all over the world, all of the time. And it ain't just this. The days have changed. It's women doing the exact same thing now. It's just, I will be truthful with you. Women are way better at it.
We're smarter.
They're just better at it.
Oh,
So it's
Shirley
better. So
says
now, Martell,
we're
as
smarter.
I talked to you about apologizing, you thought that would be a good move to do publicly for her, to give her some closure, because what was done publicly can only be undone publicly. You're not gonna get your family back. You're not in love anymore, but you do love her. I saw a picture of your family, man, beautiful family. So now moving forward, man, here's what we have to do as men. We cannot, even though we make a mistake and we cost ourselves the family structure, we cannot crumble the fiber of the family, because them kids ain't got nothing to do with this.
Right.
And kids are affected by divorce.
Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are.
For sure.
They are affected. And so what they have to know at the end of this, Martell, from my standpoint, is they have to know that their daddy loved them more than he loves anything else. Your children have to know that you love them more so than you love anything else you've ever done. And so it becomes a part of, if you and the wife can be cool enough to sit in front of the children and show a unified front. I don't know where y'all at with that. I don't know if that's doable. I don't know if the hurt is too much right now, because sometimes it takes time. And like Bishop Jakes told me, he said, man, you can't just say I'm sorry and expect to walk back in there tomorrow and it's all good.
Right.
He said, that's not how this works.
That's how it used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because somebody got injured.
Yeah.
And even though they put a bandage on it, the pain is still there. So I'm assuming, Martell, you called because look, man, obviously you love your family, your kids.
Most definitely.
And so we gotta get in there, man, and produce.
So,
You're
saying step one, Steve, is to publicly apologize on his road to redemption and getting, moving forward with his life. You're saying step one is to publicly apologize.
See, the Lord's Prayer says, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Okay.
You can't expect
Linda.
God to show you grace and mercy if you don't exhibit grace and mercy.
Yeah,
okay,
you know
Kim,
what I mean?
thank you so much for
dropping
dropping by. I appreciate it.
Is that the arrogance that you had? It seemed like you were just so arrogant about it, and just
the show, Shirley.
I did
it.
It
Is
whatever.
what it
and
is.
You kept lying about it, and all of that, and that's what infuriated us. You were so arrogant. So now,
because at the beginning I didn't want the whole country in my business. First off, because it wasn't
you're on a reality show.
No, stop. I mean, it wasn't a plan of Martell to put because I knew what was going to happen if it got out. So I didn't want it to be out. So yeah, I'm going to lie. But at first I'm like, no, I wasn't cheating. I don't want everybody to know it. She knew and I knew. And to me, that should have been it. It shouldn't have been brought to you guys. it shouldn't have been brought to the world, you know, because I knew it was gonna happen. So I was lying about it.
Well, at least you're honest about that.
Well, I'm perfectly well, listen to me, Shirley. Every man on this show understands that right there.
He's
You have
honest about lying.
lying before.
Hold it down.
You have got to lie.
We only have a couple of minutes left, so let's let Martell have the floor so he can publicly apologize.
Go ahead, Martell.
Okay. So to Melody, the person I've been with for over 14 years. I grew up with you. We've accomplished a lot in life. We got 4 beautiful children, and you know, I wouldn't be the person that I am, and I'm not talking about the negative things, but I wouldn't be the person I am without you. I do love you. I love what we stood for, and it's my deepest hope that we can, you know, co-parent together, accomplish that, and make sure that we raise our children in the same way that we wanted to raise them when we're together. So I just want to know that I am sorry to have put you through this, my children through this, our families through this. I mean, it hurts me. And I know it hurts you just as much as it hurts me. And I'm sorry, Melody, for everything that I've done, everything. And I thank you for the opportunities that you gave me. You gave me plenty of chances to get it right. God gave me plenty of chances to get it right. I remember us talking about things in terms of God blessing us and showing us favor. And then every time I step out, we lose that favor. And to you, I wish you the best in life, your career, and from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. I am.
All right. Yeah. Well, brother, I think it's sincere. You know.
Yeah, I mean it is. Yes,
you
sir.
know, man, it's not. I mean, it's nothing else you can do. And you know,
yeah,
saying it is so.
He would left right off of here and did something to Mel. I'm pretty sure.
Just saying it helps a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
It don't fix nothing, you know, but at least, man, when a woman can hear you publicly say it and hear her name and hear how you feel about the kids, it just gives them something, some type of public relief, because y'all been beat up in the media so bad, man. So look, man, I appreciate you coming on. Yeah. I appreciate you coming on to say this, to get some advice, and you took it, man. And you know, you're a decent
probably
person,
left
man.
right off of him when he did something to Mel. I'm sure.
When you make mistakes, you got to get up and go again, man. Just
you know, God,
just go out there, man, and be the best, absolute best dad that you can be to them children, man. Don't let them.
Bye. We did all we could do. Lady T-Bud, did this fool think Mel was going to take him back? Damn narc. I don't know. I think right after this, he went and filed some paperwork or something. I can't remember because I used to keep up with it because I used to react to it. And I used to watch a lot of the reactors over in a Love and Marriage Huntsville content creators, but I cannot remember. You heard, yeah, he hurt. He embarrassed. His finances ain't financing. He cannot keep a home. He had bad credit. He had to file bankruptcy. Sure, his life has been hell since Mel left. Steve, that's effing rich. Your kids come first, huh? You don't even show that to your kids, Ninja. Steve fake is a $3 bill. He only worried about how he's perceived, right? Because he was catching a lot of backlash. People had chose sides. They had picked sides. And you know, the pick Mishas like Cynthia and Angelica, they picked him, right? And everyone else was millimeters. Was this before or after the revenge corn? This was 3 years ago. And I know Mel has said that he had been threatening her with that revenge corn for some time, but this interview is from April 2021. Okay, he's not sincere, not at all. This will Yeah, this was before the the RP. Thank you. He just mad Mel walked away from him, and the glow up for Mel has been amazing, right? It was before. Okay, this was almost 5 years ago. Yeah, 2021. Because I think it was Latita that looked it up for me. Mel made them who they were. He is nothing without Mel. I totally agree. I remember listening to this atrocity, not the atrocity. I throw it to me. And you know Miss E don't do nothing. Her and Vic to the veil, they so positive, they so sweet. Miss E throwing tomatoes at him. Potato head ass ninja. Mel was the brains, the bank, and the damn backbone. If I could add, Martell is exactly where he's supposed to be in his damn life. I was watching it off and on, and I was mad at Mel for a while for getting pregnant again. Yeah. I think he filed a petition to keep the kids off the show and wanted some of Sugar Mama proceeds. Okay, I knew right after this something had went down. Thank you. I said what I said. It's been so much, and since I don't really watch it in the way I used to react, I don't forgot a lot of the details. So thank you. Sounds like Shirley a damn millimeter. No, she ain't no damn critical thinker. I rebuke you, Shan. He's so jealous of Mel right now, and is Mel and the kids, Marcus and Miss Vanessa are on vacation right now, right? I've seen people talking about. I forgot where they went though. But they're on vacation right now for spring break. And you know he ended up punching the damn wall in them tight ass shirts, right? Because he can't be there. Okay. The interview was a few months after the finalization of the divorce. And yes, his next petition was for the proceeds. Okay, the petition about the show was 2022. St. Thomas, thank you. It's bad about music. You laughing at me. Yeah, they're in the beautiful island of St. Thomas, and he at home, baby, in hell. Knowing what we know about, okay, she finally got a part 2 to that. I can't stand that show. They are such hypocrites. Yeah, I stopped watching it. And then I will get pulled back in when I see certain reactors react. I'm like, okay, I want to see that for myself. I go back and forth. I didn't finish the reunion, but I did go watch reactors so I could see from their eyes and their perspective what happened. But child, let's rate this interview, and I'm dropping the link. Okay. I'm not impressed. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I am not impressed with Shirley's interview skills, her performance. I am just not impressed. Okay. This interview was in what we said it was April 2021. Let me write that down because I didn't write it down. April 2021. This was before they were evicted. This was before they were separated in March 2022. And this was before the arrest on that Stormy. You know, it stormed and she knew a storm was coming up on July 7th, 2022. So this was pre-YouTube, pre-Sonia, pre all the drama that has, come after Ernesto was arrested. Okay, so she didn't have no stress going on, right? This is her normal behavior, her normal interview tactics, and I don't even think she asked 3 questions. She only cut Steve off to let him know, baby, it's time for a commercial in 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, we're going on a commercial break, right? She was just a timekeeper for me. I'm not impressed. I know a lot of people say they are inspired. She's an inspiration to them. But baby, I have better conversations with myself on the toilet. Okay. Again, I was not impressed. I do not see the hype at all. I know she's some people role model, but she can roll out the door for me because I it wasn't giving it. It wasn't giving it for me. And this is my true reaction to her. I told y'all I didn't have a lot of exposure. I've never saw her do an interview. This is my first time, so this is my real raw reaction. Okay. and it wasn't giving what it was supposed to have gave for me. I see what y'all mean when y'all say Steve take over the interview. And I get it because this was kind of like a man-to-man thing, but this is the strawberry letter. So I feel like Shirley should have at least had half time to, half of the time of this 30, I think it's like 35 minutes or something. So 15 minutes should have best been dedicated to Shirley doing her thing, since it's the strawberry letter. And then Steve could have maybe closed it out or something like that. I felt like Carla, asked the best question in the entire interview. She kind of held him to the held his feet to the fire. Y'all named it Carla's Corner. With him, saying you didn't seem apologetic. You got to be ego. Carla kind of told him, I watched the show, so I know what it's giving. Okay. I'm not even sure if Shirley watched the show because she never said she watched the show. Okay. And of course, Steve had to play some catch up because he said he had to go look, find pictures of the kids. He probably went and found some information. Why he had to do that if Carla and Shirley watched the show? Because they should have been able to explain this to him, give him a brief overview, and he should not have had to been doing that his own investigation. Why the man is here being interviewed. What else? I was writing my notes, so let me make sure I got them all. And even at the end, when Steve was trying to give him the steps of what he need in order to, tell him what he need to, go from here. He only made it to step 1 because Shirley cut him off. Okay. And really the only advice he gave him is to apologize to Mel publicly. Okay. So, no, it's a no for me. It's a no. Well, Carla Corner, are you gonna have a segment? Because the strawberry letter not giving it. You give it a 2. Okay. Y'all rate 1 to 5. Chick-fil-A gal said she give it a 2. I give it a 1.5, and that's because of Carla. Okay. The 1.5 is for Carla. Knowing what we know now about Shirley, she wasn't in a place to give advice. This was before that. I'm sorry. That's why I made a point to say that. This was April 2021. Ernesto did not go to jail until July 7th, 2022. And according to Shirley divorce, they separated March of 2022. So no, I'm not, no, Miss Mad About Music. They was in bliss. She was riding around in her G-Wagon with her ring on. It's funny when your kids are more well-traveled than you. Martell is sick at home eating his coleslaw and hush puppies. I love that for him. Steve and Martell are both January Capricorn. Steve never gave his ex-wife a public apology. So let's start with you, Steve. That's what the folks say. I wonder if him and coleslaw reside together. Sure, where else they gonna reside at? In April 2021, she wasn't paying rent and had nothing to do with the books in 2021. That's too high, Chick-fil-A girl. They say 2 is too high. She was being generous. They were still in there. I can't stand y'all. I never saw her as a role model. Well, we do get the individuals that drop in the chat and think that, I be bashing Shirley. But I only, y'all know I'm a Leo. Sometimes I don't know how to deliver things in a nice, soft way. And it may do sound that way, but I really be confused. And I gave it a try. This interview right here that was before, the shenanigans with Ernesto kicked off, and I just don't see it. I thought it was his interview. You thought it said the strawberry letter, okay? And he referenced that it was the strawberry letter. That's why Steve didn't want to give Shirley a raise. Oh, I think he wanted a woman's point of view. You do? Okay, the mess with Martell and Melody destroyed the show for me. I like a little mess, but it was draining after a while. Yes, because when that became the main storyline, season after season after season, it got old. I understand, Sunshine. Carla and Shirley do watch the show. Well, baby, I heard Carla say she watched the show. I never heard Shirley say it in this particular segment. Now, I'm sure they spoke about it outside, of this, We know Steve couldn't sit back and be quiet. Put some damn duct tape on his damn big lips. Shirley did what she needed to do, keep time to pay the bills. She used to that. Damn, I ain't come here to be no damn timekeeper. Oh, we are rating Shirley. We are rating the strawberry letter that we just watched. Okay. I don't know how nicely to say it. It was horrible. They were talking over each other. Yeah, I give it a 1. I'm at a 1.5, and that's for Carla. Rent wasn't being paid as far back as 2021. Yeah, was the moratorium still intact then? Shirley was living file. Lady T Bug is confused me. I'm just saying, I considered all things that could have contributed to the poor performance that we just watched. And baby, I couldn't come up with nothing. But maybe she was gonna get her hair done after work. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I'm dropping the link. Come on up to the altar, baby, and tell me what you thought about this interview. Tell me what you think about Miss Dawn Robinson or anything that I discussed this week that you may want to speak on. Feel free to come up. Remember, Shirley was telling Ernesto she liked her ratchet shows. She did say she liked her ratchet shows, but Carla came out with, I watched the show, and I don't like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, about your demeanor, how you portray, communicate on the show. And this is why. Shirley never gave that to me. I'm surprised she did read from the book of Jobs. Okay, bye. Hey, Shan, welcome to the stage.
Hi.
It's Feel Free Friday. I need to change the name.
Child. At first I was like, this I ain't never seen this, but then I remembered because I was also going off on Steve and Martell at the same time because the advice that Steve give is so rich. It is so rich because you giving this advice to Martell, but you ain't taking it your damn self. You publicly humiliated Mary. You didn't publicly apologize to her. You took her son and all that. You didn't publicly apologize to her. And then
You
you
gave it a
married your
2.
side chick, allegedly. Also, you sitting up here telling him his kids come first. How
They go get
sway?
her.
How sway? Because your kids don't come first. Didn't even know you had kids. I thought Lori, at first, I thought Lori was your kid. That's how I really didn't pay attention because I thought Lori was his dang on daughter, real daughter. And I thought her kids were his real children because I knew he had grown adult kids. So I thought her adult son and daughter that's older than Lori were those
Hmm.
kids. But then I had to remember, like, wait, he had twins. I'm like, they made two girls, that's one girl. I'm like, Steve, sit down somewhere. And Martell, this is Martell coming to talk to some women that talked about him on the show because I remember this when it came out,
Hmm.
the YouTube streets weren't hot, but the one person who started me to watching Love and Marriage Huntsville was aware of this, and she was aware of how Carla and Shirley said they watched the show and they talked about him. And like you said, he reached out because he never wants to look bad. That's why he claiming he didn't want to go on the show, but he went on the show because you cheated on her. And when she found out and was about to leave your butt, you was like, okay, well, let's do the show. We're gonna do the show to make you happy. And but you didn't want to do the show because you knew all your skeletons was gonna fall out your closet because you're lying saying she
Yeah.
found out you was cheating 5 years before that. She did not. Well, yes, she did. Let's say that
But I
allegedly
feel
she
like he
did
was saying
because
5. I feel like you was right with where you was going at because that's the 5 years I feel like he was including was the from the divorce. You know what I'm saying? Until then, you know what I'm saying? Not going back
no,
before the
he was
divorce.
talking about the other women, I believe, because in my opinion, Coleslaw was not found out 5 years at this point. She didn't know he had been messing with Coleslaw for 5 years until the baby, in my opinion, or after, I believe. And I don't think, because see, at this point, we got to think The baby is a newborn. If this April, the baby only 4 months old. So it was a lot that came out from the baby being born to that summer happened right there. So I'm not quite sure because in the beginning, before Mel actually started really spilling the tea, she was telling it, but they weren't putting it all out there. But
Mm-hmm.
until it was all put out there in like a timeline, it was not. It was all coming out like he trying to make it come out here, and Mel had found out he was cheating with another woman because I got this strictly from her interview, interview Mel did about another woman. That's why when she found out about her, she said, "Oh, you ain't the only one." And then she found out about her and she found out her timeline this year, like that whole year, I believe, up until like that summer. She found
Okay.
out that whole timeline. And he was lying that Mel knew the whole time he was with Coleslaw because when Mel found out about her the first time, I believe it was 3 years prior to her having the baby. That's what I was listening to when you said the 5 years, because 3 years prior to her having a baby does not encompass a whole 5 year period because Mel
Yeah.
only found out about her 3 years before she had the baby, and then you told her you stopped talking to her, you gonna cut that
Right.
off, but you didn't. Then she started calling Mel because she found out that she said this herself in her own live. Coleslaw said that Mel was pregnant with Sugar Mama and she was pregnant with the baby she got rid of. So she was mad that he allowed big old air quotes Mel to have
His
her
wife.
baby, but
Yeah.
right, his wife to have her baby, but she couldn't have her baby. And I was like, because this is the
I
time I
agree,
was,
love. They need to go to the
because it,
green waters.
yeah, because it was a few years after that I was getting caught up with it, and it was really weird and crazy. And I'm like, this is a lot. But I really came up to speak on the sloppy
Okay, well, I
side
got
chick.
Vicky and I said what I said, waiting too. But go
So if
ahead.
they
Go
want to
ahead,
talk
girl.
about Martell, they can talk about Martell. But I came up to talk about sloppy side chick.
Which
Go
sloppy
ahead,
side?
Vicky.
Okay. As far as the interview goes,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it just seemed like I think Shirley did come prepared. I do. It seems like she was prepared to ask a certain level of questions, and Carla may have been the backup, but it hit a nerve with Steve, and like when he when Shirley started like telling him, you seem this way, you seem that way, you came off like this, and
Mm-hmm.
it was hurting his ego. Then Steve jumped in because it struck a nerve with him. So then he jumped in and just took it over with his bull crap, disingenuous advice. So we'll publicly apologize. And Shannon's right. He never publicly apologized to Mary or
Mm-hmm.
that other wife.
Right.
The only one he publicly apologized to is
He's
Marjorie.
not a Paula lied. I
I
like
mean,
that.
and then Steve sitting there looking like an old drunk, having these people walk in and out, getting massage tables, walking in and out. You supposed to be like this big balling person. They couldn't have found somewhere else to be walking in and out. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
I
But
agree because he need to position himself where the door, you know what I'm saying, is not, you know what I'm saying,
I've
behind him like that.
I've never watched this show. I've seen their names in the headlines
Mm-hmm.
many times. It just came off as disingenuous, and like the headlines that I've seen with him is okay. He's he's mad because she wants to leave him,
Yeah.
but you publicly humiliated me, and now that I'm gone, you want to keep it going. I don't know about the DV or anything like that, but I mean, I saw that was something that he had been charged with and convicted of. So
Mm-hmm.
like it just if you don't okay, you may love me. We can love everybody, love a lot of people. But if you're not loving me anymore, why are you holding on to me? That's something I just don't understand. I would have loved for Shirley to be able to talk a little bit more, but that just shows like how um Steve
Dominant.
is how
Dominant. You
hmm?
think he's dominant? He takes over and dominates the interview.
Yeah, it's not entertaining. I mean, I think we would have gotten more out, but then then Shirley has to do the chicken dance and run behind Steve and like agree to whatever Steve is saying, and she sounds stupid. Just yeah, forgiveness. No, you don't always have to forgive. You can release them, but you don't always have to forgive somebody from the crap that they've done. Like you can let them go and say you don't have that. Just like that lady said, she tried to let you. She told Nesto she was letting him go, and he took it as she said she was sorry. But either
Yeah.
way, you don't have to push that. But I do just for speaking about the interview structure.
Hmm.
I think it would have went better. It had Steve laid back. It wasn't no damn strawberry letter. It was Steve. His feelings got hurt because Shirley struck a nerve with him when it came down to not treating the wives right. So then he's had to stick up for the men and just worry about the kids, man. Apologize to her in public and then worry about the kids. That's all you got to do.
Hmm.
That's all I took from that. And I have other stuff to say, but I'll let I said what I said go.
Okay. Hey, I said what I said. Yes, they do still do it remotely. Miss Mad About Music, and I do see Shan saying that's the way that it normally goes with the
It's
strawberry letter. That's
It's
weird.
awful. It's awful. It's dreadful. Like if he came there I think he initially came there to try to get on the women's side, and then here
He did.
comes
I
it.
mean, I agree. I agree. Go ahead,
Yeah,
T.
yeah, I had to think about what you said. He came in again, to like appeal to the women, which I'm glad he didn't because it seems like he's a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he came in to appeal to the women, and here comes the worst man you could have as your advocate, Chicken George, with his old big dry lips, sitting there looking like he drunk and five scotches in, holding on to the microphone like he's the ladies' man from Saturday Night Live. He's the wrong person to have as your advocate and to tell you what to do. Just worry about the kids and apologize publicly. Go ahead and say what you got to say. Apologize. And at least Shirley did get him to give that fake apology, but I mean, one thing I can say is Shirley is about the business. Like we got to go to break. I mean, whether find her useful or not, she keeps them on timing. She gets those the advertisements pay for themselves. So, all right, guys, it's quarter to 9. We're doing this live. Uh, Rose has got to be paid for, and we got to make sure we get this advertisement in. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I said what I said. It's your turn.
Okay. Dawn, she seemed like it's something wrong with her. I seen that interview last night, and I was trying to figure out, like, well, what is going on with this chick? Why is she living in her car? Because at the least she could try to go to Vegas and sing in Vegas by herself or something and get some backup singers or something. She should do something. She's part of In Vogue, so she could have did like the Temptations. Go get you some backup singers, girl. Like David Ruffin them did. It seemed like I saw in the chat when I was awake. I'm sorry, I fell asleep on the interview. I
That's
actually did.
okay.
Y'all see, I wasn't even. I woke up and just started chatting, putting shit in the
Maybe I
chat.
fell asleep on Dawn.
But I fell asleep on Shirley's ass and Steve because
Miss T.
I had already seen the interview before anyway. Whenever you start playing it, then I remembered that I seen it when it
Okay.
actually came out. But
Okay.
Dawn, she act like it's something wrong with her mentally. And I'm like you, I think she was at home with her mom, them thinking that she was a queen, and thinking that she was back in the 90s with her In Vogue days and when she had her money. And so her mom then was like, honey, that money dried up a long time ago. You're not the princess that you think you are. And so you need to go get a damn job or you need to get out of here. One of the two. So she opted the latter. She decided to get out and go live homeless in her car because at her big age, who would take an offer up on somebody and it's not really concrete. Somebody just tell you just all you have to do is just come out here. And so now I'm like, okay, well, that's crazy. It's like he didn't have a plan at all. All he said was, you just need to come out here. Well, come out here and do what? And when I get out there, where am I going to stay? What am I going to do? And I know he said he could stay at her home. But once you got there and you saw that it wasn't enough space for you, or you weren't going to be able to live with him, why didn't you just go back, tallywag your ass on back down the highway and get on back to your familiar surroundings? So go back to your mom and them and grovel and say, hey, my plans fell through, or it didn't work out, or take your ex-husband offer on a job.
Something
I,
gotta
I have
give. Like, how long are you planning to continue to live in your car?
I
Right.
have a response for that when you're done.
Okay, Sandra's husband went work for Home Depot. And that's the most degrading job that you can work on. What was his name? Elroy or something?
He went for Trader Joe's.
I thought he worked for Home Depot, but
It was Trader Joe's.
but nevertheless, he went got him a damn job. When things don't work out, you got to go do what you got to do to make do. And I just think she's way too talented to be living on the street. So it's got to be something mentally going on there. And child, go get your therapist and go get back on your medication, because clearly your medication is off balanced.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's very dangerous, whether you're famous or not, to be living in your vehicle, especially in a place like California, where you have millions upon millions of people that can, there's probably, I have never been to California before, but I get the impression that it's kind of like New York and any other big city. It's a city that never sleeps, right? It's not like here in the country, or in the country where you are, where everything's shut down at 10 o'clock and everybody in the house and, got their doors closed up. California don't give me that flavor unless she's in a little small town, or like a rural area, but that doesn't sound like that's the place that she was at. So I feel like it's dangerous the way that she's living, to be living in your car homeless.
And now people know, so they're gonna be looking for her in my, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now that she's went, public with it, I think people gonna be like looking for her, like, what kind of car she got, whatever.
Exactly.
They said she was living in her car when she was in Atlanta, so this is not her first time living in her car. Thank you. I'm here for the show.
And you make it. Well, okay, go ahead, Vicky.
No, I was going to say California is like a real. If she's living like where I think she's living at, like in LA, like around that area, there are a lot of people who've ditched the living and or they just can't afford to live. There's a lot of people who are doing car and van life. I mean, isn't a lot of them look out for each other. It depends on where she's living at, to be honest with you, but it's not secure, but it's not as bad as because they'll give each other like help. Or you can go take a shower here. They don't trip at this gym or this place. You can go wash up here. You can go do your business here. They'll give you can go get free stuff here. So it's actually, for somebody who doesn't want, if they just absolutely refuse to work,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier than you think. But it's still dangerous nonetheless, like you were saying.
Well, she's a star though. I mean, she's no star today,
I'm
but she used to be famous. So my point is,
mhm.
you're making yourself a target, and that's just, I don't really know. Like I said, I haven't been in California, so I really don't know what the life feels like in California. But as a woman, how safe is that for a woman to be living in her car? And even if they looking out for you today, what make you feel like that they can't change on you tomorrow? Because
Yeah.
people can change on you, and they could be mad at you for the minor, the smallest
Absolutely.
thing. You could piss them off because you didn't buy them a Snicker bar. So now everybody gonna gang up on you. And I'm just using a Snicker bar as an example of
Yeah.
what could happen. But I'm just saying that's not a way to live at her age and the status that she was at. And for Jermaine Dupri to get his ass on IG,
Oh
who
God.
asked him for his opinion? I didn't hear anybody asking him for his opinion. Why did he chime in? It's like he tried to find the perfect opportunity
Yeah.
to chime in on anything, especially if it's an entertainer that he's had access to or had his hands, in on it. Then he feel entitled that he got to get on there and make a comment. And so if you want to impress me, then help the woman out, regardless if she have an assistant or not, regardless of what the situation is. You see what a situation is right now, and you have enough money if you don't do anything but buy her a tiny home just so she can be safe and, you know, have a secure place to live. And as far as Martell goes, all of this shit for Martell was just to clean up his reputation. Because if you watch the show, we saw all the dirt that he did to Melody.
Mm-hmm.
The whole cast knew about the divorce and coleslaw. So I don't know how he was going to just keep that between him and Melody when uh, what's his name, Marceau and Maurice and Tisha, all of them knew about all of them knew about
Right.
coleslaw.
Right.
And I don't know if Nell and Chris knew about it, but everybody else knew about it. So I don't know how he was going to keep that on the low. And then Huntsville is not that big of a place. So not only did the cast know,
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people in town knew. And so Melody knew she couldn't keep that under wraps. It wasn't going to be authentic, and people knew it was going to be, you know, we were going to call BS on it, because previous to her coming out, Marceau and Maurice had already discussed it anyway. And Tasha, all of
Right.
them they had already talked about her and the possibility of Martell cheating. And even when Melody was going through all of this, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Tisha was trying to be there for. So let's just put it like this: it was already out. So he only did this interview to try to redeem his reputation, and he still the interview didn't help him out at all. He's still a POS. And the whole time that they were getting a divorce, he was trying to be a stickler in her side. He tried to stick it to her as much as he could. He never cared about his kids. He never cared about his wife. And I don't give a dang if you guys are getting a divorce. It's a certain respect that you have to have for each other, especially if you're going to try to co-parent. So in my opinion, he didn't even really want to be friends enough to even co-parent with the girl. He gave her hell all the way through
Yep.
because he made a mistake. He had to eat, you know, and he had to watch his wife go on and live her glamorous life. And remember, she was still doing good because one monkey didn't stop no show with her. Because as y'all said earlier in the chat, he wasn't anybody without her. Same thing with Buckwheat. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
not anything without these women. And then Shirley's ass. How the hell?
I'm going
How?
to go on mute now, y'all.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and go on mute now. Because how is Shirley? Well, first of all, you heard what she said. I'm all about redemption. Okay, so now we know how you withstood by your man's side for 6 years, because you're so compassionate and you forgive people, and it's all about redemption. But at the end of the day, you was living foul when you was doing this interview. You knew y'all hadn't paid an ounce of rent. You knew you knew you was getting ready to get put out right then and there. And you knew that man had already gave you that diamond ring that you did not deserve, that y'all could not afford. And then she gonna talk about we smarter than that. I said, I know, good God dang go darn well. Way to hold them up, hold them up. I know she didn't say smart did not come out of her mouth, because there was nothing smart that she handled. She didn't look smart, none whatsoever, the way that she handled her divorce. What she looked like was sneaky. So instead of using smart, she should have used sneaky. She while she's trying to talk about Martell and the way Martell wanted to handle the situation, isn't that the same way she tried to handle her situation? And
Yes.
anybody can just say amen at any point to any of this I'm
Amen.
saying, because you wanted to keep everything on the low. You didn't want anybody to find out. You thought your whole crew that you work with didn't even know. And Steve like, Shirley, we already knew. We was already informed. We was just waiting on you to bring it to us. But the same thing that Martell was saying is the same. And maybe she took a page out of Martell's book. I don't know. But that's exactly what happened. Fast forward 1 year later. And that's
Okay.
all I got to say.
Well,
Okay.
I just want to comment really quick on Dawn.
Okay.
I so I know people like Dawn. Because I'm a very giving person, somehow I end up attracting those kind of people. They may be the sweetest pie, but they're crazy as cat shit. and they're lazy and they don't want to work, and they have talents that they know they have and they know they can rely on, but they just don't want to do it. And she does not, she does have mental health issues, because I remember her with, she was with Lucy Pearl. Within Vogue, she had issues. With Lucy Pearl, she had issues. That was like her kind of her last stand on that reality show. She had another opportunity. I remember her having issues on there too. She has a very entitled attitude, but it also, she does have some mental health issues. But there are these people out there that just, that will leech on. I guess the best way to put it is she is a leech. A very nice leech, but a leech nonetheless. And they may not ask for anything, but they'll put like little signals out there, like, oh my gosh, I'm living in my car. And a lot of us are like, girl, you living in your car, why don't you come stay with me, for a few months until you get on your feet, or a few weeks until you get on your feet. And then it turns into, a situation that's bad, because they end up invading your space. And that's what her mama she getting into it with her mama. I mean, it just, she's somebody who, I don't like Jermaine Dupri stepping out and saying anything, but I kind of see what he's talking about. Like, you got an assistant, but you living in your car. I mean, are you saying this because you want to say the freedom of living in your car, or are you looking for donations? Are you looking for, you're putting feelers out there, or sympathy? Because these type of people do, I don't know how to describe them, but they put little things out there so people will feel sympathy for them. And then, like the T-Bug pointed out, why is somebody finding an apartment for you? And it was, if I'm not mistaken, that was a man, right? That she said was looking for an apartment, Lady T-Bug, for her?
That man that asked her to come live with her? Live with
Okay.
him?
I have somebody who I know very well right now, who has several men on the hook that she has never, like, slept with, but she manages to find these very, financially comfortable men, and just she'll present like not a sob story, but a story nonetheless. It's always something. But just as sweet as can be, kind demeanor. It's a scam. It's all it's like a soft scam, and they just they'll put that stuff out there. It's like, oh well, I can't. My mom and I aren't getting along, so, oh well, come stay with me. And it just so happens to be a man that you're going to live with, or he's going to try to find you an apartment. Why
Yeah,
aren't you
her
finding your own
co-manager.
apartment? Hmm.
She said her co-manager.
That's
She maybe have two managers or
her
something.
her pimp, or her co-sugar daddy.
Thank you,
What?
Al, because I stepped away. I was trying to come back, but Al had my back down here in the chat.
And why would you move to L? I mean, unless you're moving to LA specifically to live the car life or the van life, that's one thing. But why would you move to LA, one of the most expensive places to live?
Yeah, and she was in Vegas with her parents, and it sounds like she went to LA.
Vegas is
Well,
cheaper.
she
Vegas
should
is
have just
cheaper
went
than
on the
LA.
strip. She should have just went on the strip and got her a job like the rest of
It's
them
not
do.
that easy to get. It's not that easy to get a job on the strip. But the point there,
But I'm talking about as far as an entertainer, though. You
I
don't
mean,
think it's not that easy to be an entertainer? Like Usher stayed there for a year, and everybody else that
uh,
did shows. And I know people have to want to see her. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, she said she did over 100,000 damn interviews. How you do that in 1 year? It ain't even
no,
enough time
well,
and days in a week for you to do over 100,000 interviews, or was
see,
that just an
again,
exaggeration?
these type of people just they exaggerate. They're not mentally well, but they're smart enough to know to play on the average hardworking person's sympathies, and so they will not get a job. Like, they may have worked at one point in time, but they realize, if it's not for me, then if the spirit isn't telling me to go to work that job, then I just
Okay.
don't, I don't want to work that job. It's just I don't want to get stuck doing something I don't want to do. I don't want to get stuck doing a residency in Vegas. She's that type of person. She
So
doesn't want to work.
she like Lynn on Girlfriends. Remember Lynn? Well, I always want to crash on everybody's couch instead of getting
Oh yeah, the hippie one. Looking
yeah,
like
the
okay.
hippie. So that's what she giving me. But at the
Yes.
end of the day, she famous. She could come on social media and make money.
That's gonna be a commitment then too, and she ain't gonna want to do that shit. Guess what? If somebody set her up some sort of account or something where she could do like what's that thing where people record videos and you send them off to people. It's a little app where you can record specially made videos for
Oh yeah.
people. I forgot what it is, but it's a if
Song.
somebody I
I
forgot what it's called, but you can request videos from like pseudo celebrities
like
or
jingles. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then like a happy birthday for your son. That's just favorite singer or something. If somebody set her up to do that, I guarantee you, she like that's too much work. It's just not. It's I don't want to get stuck committed to that. She likes the freedom of being just floating, like you said, Lynn, floating around and then taking a little handout here and there. And I guarantee somebody's going to eventually feel sorry for her and set up some sort of fund GoFundMe or some sort of fund account. Let's get her some help. Like, oh my God, you know how somebody tried to
Yeah,
jump into action and call Jermaine Dupri, can we
right.
help Dawn out? And
Well,
I,
do she have any kids?
I know, I don't think so. I think once again, I think she's somebody who's a little. I don't
So
think
we'll say so.
Elevator
she's.
ain't going to the top floor.
Yeah. So I think it takes a commitment to have a child. Just like like a pet, a child, a significant other, a husband, whatever. It takes a commitment, and she's almost 60, so she's not gonna change. If she wants to live in her car, I say, girl, you go for it. But I wouldn't if I was her friend, I wouldn't give her a dime. I would give her a meal, and you come take a shower here, but you can't stay. Go back into your car. Because I know these type of people. I'm telling y'all, for some reason, I attract these type of people who I don't realize I'm Boo Boo the Fool until I'm a couple months in. It's like, oh, okay, I see what this is. Because I will help, and I have been generous and helped people because I didn't quite understand. I've learned these type of people, and I've seen Dawn's behavior over the years.
Mm-hmm. She
She's
needs
not.
a rich clear man. She said she need a rich white man.
She probably do a nice one and one that she doesn't have to commit to. But he can get her a little pool house in the back that she don't have to and she doesn't have to sleep with him at all. Somebody who just wants her I guarantee that's probably the best relationship for her. Somebody who's impotent, who will let her stay in his pool house and she's just there to look pretty because she still looks good.
Yeah,
Okay, so
she does.
She's
so she need to
and
be Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Not Marilyn Monroe. What's the one name that passed away? What's her name?
Hmm.
The one that married the old man and he passed away and
Oh, Anna Nicole.
Anna
yeah,
Nicole,
yeah. So
yeah.
she need to be Anna Nicole.
Yeah, I mean,
The
yeah.
Anna
So
Nicole had a horrible ending.
I mean, she had a horrible ending, but she got on that, hooked on that stuff. But I
Yeah.
don't. Dawn is just. I think she's not in her right. She's like y'all said, the
Mhm.
elevator is not going all the way up.
She needs her family. The family tired of her, Al. They put her out.
Yeah, the family's like you don't want to work. Okay, I'm gonna say this. It may not be easy for her to get like even a residency because even some of like the smaller casinos out here are not they're not quick to hire on, but she could probably,
Mhm.
do a few spot gigs or whatever, because she's still, my
What
understanding,
about
her
a
voice.
cruise ship?
Oh, girl, well, not necessarily. Cruise ships are strict.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all ever like read about or seen how they're strict with their entertainers and the speaking, personally, those cruise entertainers they have like a shit. If I want to say like a 16-hour workday.
Oh, okay. That's a lot. That's too much.
Well, it sounds like she just need to go get some help because
What
if
every
she's not
summer?
willing to work and she's not willing to commit to anything, then she's just gonna go around in this circle. She's gonna be where she's at if she's not willing to do anything, and so I don't know if it's like y'all said, the mental health portion or
Yeah.
It's not,
or laziness or a
it's the
combination of
lazy.
it all, but she needs
It's
some help for real.
it's she's giving like, okay, I was, because she was gorgeous, like really really gorgeous back
I
in the day,
know. I know.
and um is given that she thought she was the best looking one. Like the people that I have encountered and helped, like they were, the best looking ones in their crowd, and they never got over being the best looking ones, and then they've aged out of being the best looking ones, so their prospects are getting low. So they were able to get by on their looks for a good while and their charm, but that charm wears off because you start getting older and you start getting set in your ways, and you start getting and you don't want to give up the nana. So I mean, what do you want? And like mama and daddy is just like, okay, what are you gonna do? But she could get a job out here. She could get a job out here paying $30 an hour really quick.
That's what
I'm,
somebody put in the chat. I forgot who it was, but
Yeah,
somebody
said
did put it in the chat.
said her husband wanted to give her a job at the Hilton, but at the end of the day, mom and daddy is not gonna. If she almost 60, mom and daddy, they're
they
not gonna be
probably
they're not
they
gonna be here too much. I mean, I can't say
maybe
who's
she
gonna be here and who's not gonna be here, but it's a big possibility that their time is running out also. So I wonder if she just waiting on the house for them to go and then maybe go live back at their house or something. I don't know what she's doing, but
but
I
I
feel
mean
like
the
she need to go talk to
Not waiting on the
somebody though.
house.
Yeah, she
but
waiting on the
she
house.
probably is. I'm serious. Like with them telling you, the person that I know currently like this, she is like waiting to be put on somebody's will.
And
Like actually,
they're gonna remove you. You don't know. I'm
I,
sorry.
do she-
That's
I
the,
wonder, do she have any siblings?
that's what I was gonna get ready to look up right now.
okay.
Because if she has some siblings, the siblings are not gonna
Right.
just let why they gonna just let her live in the house? They may be like,
Okay.
no, ma'am, no, ma'am, you gonna have to do
Think
something.
that's about shaming her. I could see that too. Cause somebody
I'm
did say in the chat that he was
yeah.
abusing.
And if that's the case, I'm sorry, that he was trying to do that. I mean, if that was about control and bringing her back in, I'm sorry, but um, yeah,
But
if
she
she,
could go do parties. Okay, she don't have to do her husband, and she could still be in her element and still sing. And it's plenty of people. Like Lil Scooter said, they had all this. And, we know she was lying, but if she in California, it's all kind of people having all type of venues and events that need somebody to come sing. You can go sing at weddings. I don't know how many of those happening right, here in but it's
I said what I
Hollywood, so
said. She was in Vegas at one point. She
yeah.
could have. They gonna let you shoot do wop on every corner in Vegas
Right.
at
you got to get a
somebody's
permit,
whatever.
Shan, you got to get a permit out here, and
No,
I'm
I'm
telling
talking
you,
about in the casinos and stuff. And as a former member of En Vogue, and if she still has the voice, she had a
And
power
that title.
voice.
And that
it's
title.
it's
Former. All she has to do is go up in there as the former.
In
What's her
Vogue.
name? Dawn, of former
y'all.
of formerly of En Vogue.
I'm
And
telling y'all,
I'm
things have changed out here. It's not like how it used to be, where yeah, that would go a long way. They made
No,
she
I'm
could.
talking about Vicky. You live in Vegas, but as a tourist, I'm talking about from a tourist
Mm-hmm.
standpoint. I used to go to Vegas every year. Haven't quite been because I don't like the new skywalk setup. I don't like that where you got
Mm-hmm.
to cross way down here and way down there because I'm a little old and all that walking ain't in my future. Okay, so as somebody, when I go to Vegas, I go for the shows. I'm not a gambler. I'm not a drinker. I go for purely entertainment stuff that I can't get here at my. I could party in club here. I don't need to go all the way to Vegas to club. Or now we didn't have Usher. I went all the way there for Usher. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, if I'm going to Vegas and they say
Yeah.
Dawn, formerly of In Vogue, is singing at this show, I'm gonna pay that little $40, $50, which is probably more than that now because I haven't really paid for a free show in a while because we used to have a timeshare and they give you a free show when you go,
Right.
but it's probably like 70 or 80 now. But I would pay it to go to a show because that's what I'm coming here for. I'm coming here to go to the
You
shows.
would.
And if you have Dawn, formerly of En Vogue, versus some unknown acting like they're in Vogue or acting like they're Diana Ross, I'm gonna go see Dawn. If I
Y'all
gotta pay
gotta
70 for an unknown or 70 for Dawn as a tourist, I'm speaking as a tourist, I'm
I
gonna pay
understand.
for Dawn.
I would definitely go see her
And
because
I represent a lot of the old people that come out there.
there's a lot of like, I mean, my ex and I we found this ticket thing where we used to get like tickets that they didn't sell. We bought this ticket package, and the tickets that they didn't sell for the day, we would go and pick up the extra tickets like that they had. We would go see like some of the best shows of unknown people or people who were formerly of this group. I like, and it's they don't really do that much as they used to do anymore. It's about Vegas has become so corporate now. It's what they talked about in Casino. It is now officially
Bring the
corporate.
damn mob back, baby. Bring the
I
mob.
know, you know what I'm saying. I miss it. I miss the Mafia Vegas.
But at
But
the end
she
of the
has a
day,
voice, like you said,
right.
they don't really do it no more. I went to Vegas 2 years ago. Let's say 2 years ago was my last time in Vegas. When I went to see Usher, you know what I was looking for? I was looking for those shows, and those we went to see two shows. They weren't empty. People were in there to see
No, I know.
unknowns.
Yeah,
So
But at
she
What
just
I'm
said
saying,
they
that's
not.
all we saying.
but
Yeah,
how
what I'm
many
what
versions?
Vicky is saying is that they don't do a lot of those anymore. So
right.
she didn't
That's
know
what
how
But
successful she
but
would
she
No,
be
don't
I'm
because
she
saying
they're
she
don't
not
can
even
get
doing it.
have
a
to do that
job.
though.
I'm not saying she can blow up and be big. I'm saying she can get me, and I said what I said. Basically said,
She can go
sis,
to the
get a
children's
job.
circuit. She can go to the children's circuit. She can do just
but
like the Temptations. Damn near everybody in the Temptation group got branched out because they had the Temptation name, and they formed their own group under the guise of the Temptations. And when you would see those groups, you wouldn't even recognize anybody other than the person that
I
that that,
know.
that one person that was a temp, and everybody else was somebody that they brought in. So I'm just saying, with her being part of In Vogue, and I don't know if she forfeited her name or if
Um,
they legally took her name away from her or what
okay.
have you. And same
But
thing with
like she probably could do formally like they
yeah,
said.
yeah, like
She,
Tasha
but
Scott too. Both of them, they can get their own people and
but
say
Mhm.
the formerly escape, the formerly in vogue, and people will still recognize that name and still go and listen to them because they are the voice. They do have the
you would
voice.
have to like. I mean, for her, like for her, if that was something that she wanted to do, because you guys got to understand the mind of a pretty bum. Because a pretty bum, a pretty freeloading bum, doesn't really want to like work and have that commitment. So like we have some of like the Greeks will have the convention here, like the Black
Mhm.
Greeks will have their
Mhm.
conventions here. Like
Mhm.
that would be perfect, that time to book her for one of the not so much in the middle of the strip, but off the like kind of sort of off the strip, like going towards, if anybody's familiar with Vegas, going towards Sahara, like those type of shows, and it'd be packed. A lot of the like Luxor, those type of casinos, that's where a lot of the black shows are. Just and I know it's not just black people that liked In Vogue, but she has to want it, and she does not seem like she wants it. She seems
Mhm.
like it's like her mind is, if the moon and the stars are not telling me to do it, then I don't want to do it. And right now the moon and the stars are telling me to live in my car and let the internet know about it. And then somebody's gonna set up a GoFundMe, and then
Mm.
I'm gonna get a little cash, and then I'll keep living in my van. She's getting residuals
And
from
that's why I say
somewhere.
she need therapy and she need to get back on her medicine because she tripping, and because at the end of the day that's gonna play out. Even the car life is gonna play out at
Yeah,
one
that's what
point
I'm
in
saying.
time.
Car get old and break down. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, you
And
people.
gonna
that's
have to do
what and
something.
that's what we saying, Vicky. We're not saying, oh, she want this and she want that. We're saying, sis, get a job. We're not saying, do you
I
want a job? We saying, sis,
Go
get a
get
job.
one.
no,
Yeah.
And you can get one. We not saying you want a job or
Yeah,
you
I
want to,
saw
because to
that, Miss
me,
Selena.
she seemed very unenthusiastic about that anyway. To me, it seemed like she want to be living in her car. That's
she
why, like,
does.
everybody saying Jermaine do this, people do this. No, she
Mm-mm.
doing what she
She
want to
want to
do.
be there.
She said she chose car life. So what we were saying though is it's dangerous, bruh. Get a job. We
Uh,
saying this, we not saying she want a job because she don't seem like she not enthusiastic about working. Don't look like because we, as
sh
I'm sure she knows too, especially if she got a co-manager, she knows that she's regardless, Vicky. And this is another thing that I'm saying, and I think I said what I said is kind of hinting at this too. Regardless to whether she wants it or not, people, when you say in Vogue, I'm going to see. Because even if
yeah.
you was a
And I
friendly, a new
yeah,
in Vogue,
yeah.
I'm going because sister, you can sing down. The whole
I
group
know.
sang down. Okay.
I but
So
here's my thing. Like I know Terry and what's my other Cindy. I know they're gonna give me a good show. Cause I know that they
Maxine,
and Maxine. I'm
Maxine
sorry.
don't like sing a lot of lead though.
Well, Maxine, she has a powerful voice though too.
No,
But
she do. I just said she don't sing a lot of lead. I know she got a nice
um
voice. I'm not taking it from her.
and the new
uh
girl Rona is good too. Rona
I haven't
good.
heard. No, I haven't
I've
heard her.
never heard her,
I
so
haven't
I
heard her.
can't. Yeah, I don't know.
And
So
she can be a backup singer for some people. I mean, she ain't got to be
she
in the
don't
spotlight.
do backup.
Yeah,
Girl, she a diva.
she's
Now
a
that she ain't
Grammy.
about to
She's a
do.
Grammy Award winner, baby.
That she ain't about to do, sis.
She ain't
She ain't
humble.
doing that.
So I didn't know about that about Raphael.
I saw that when I was doing some research about that's how she lost her house, but I ain't have no paperwork on this, so I ain't wanna go there, but I did see
But
that.
Raphael, he kind of weird though. But
Yeah,
that's
but
just
you know what? That's the problem with a lot of us.
hmm
We love what we love singing or we love what we're doing, and we're not checking the business side of
paperwork.
it. And a lot of
Yeah.
us don't know the business side of it, so we're getting ate up
Yeah.
in the residuals because we're not knowing to even get residuals. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting hit up because we don't know this thing that we doing. Like I will never ever in my life forget the TLC what's that lady name? Pebbles
Pebbles.
issues, how
Elbows.
that went down
Yeah.
because she played them. And from what I saw and in my opinion, from what we heard, the lawsuit, everything else, she did them girls wrong legally, and it was bad because that's what they do to us, and she did it to her own who trusted her, and that was sad to me. And that's exactly how they get you. Oh, I'm giving you a car, you got a car, oh, you got to pay for that. Now that you're
Mhm.
working, that was just a loan. Well, you ain't say that, sis. You just gave me a car, now I gotta pay it back,
Pebbles gave him
so
that big red treatment.
All the big music moguls do that to people
And they
because
do.
it was done to them,
yeah.
and then they became big because Puffy did it to people. Um, Even Jermaine Dupri did it to a lot of the groups,
Yep.
and so
Jim
at
and
the end of the
That's why I
day,
say he shouldn't be talking. That's why
right?
I
Jermaine
said
ain't
And
got
that's
no
why. Go ahead.
okay, go ahead.
Jermaine ain't got no business talking. Like he's still on my list of suspect when it comes to these young entertainers. I'm just
Yeah.
saying
I
Right.
can see.
he is still on my because I love Chris Cross and I was too old for Lil Bow Wow. Lil Bow Wow, I wasn't interested in him, but a lot of these young entertainers, I feel like anybody who was around in like the early '90s and was around Puff Daddy, you on my list. You on my like I'm looking at you with my eyes extremely stretched open. Like what you got to say about it?
But
Now,
that holds true for all of the '90s singers. We used to have that's what happened to R&B. All of the music moguls ripped everybody off.
I ain't talking about
Mhm.
that.
Well,
Mhm.
I am. And so basically what I'm saying is a lot of the R&B people got ripped off. People like even Anita Baker, as old as she is, she's
Yeah.
having to do concerts now. And
Right.
I see a lot about biopics where all the
Mhm.
music moguls just screwed them. And I understand that that's the business of music. But as a community, why would you want to do your brother? New Edition got done that way.
Yeah.
Everybody that
Yeah.
was in the '90s seemed like they got screwed, and the music mogul, those are the ones that's still standing. Even Snoop Dogg and what's the one name that's in jail? Suge Knight.
Suge Knight. Mhm.
Yeah, all of them, they've just been messing up. They just messing up the music industry, and it's because and it's enough money out there for everybody. Everybody can eat on the table, but
Yeah.
basically,
Motown.
Yeah, even Evelyn
We
Champagne
can't say
King.
Anita Baker though. We gonna not say Anita Baker. I got some inside hometown
She
scoop
didn't
about
say
Anita.
Anita. She said Anita Baker was taken advantage of, and that's why she's still having to do shows because
That's
she
why
don't
she's
have the
having to do
money.
shows. Yeah, because
Mhm.
No,
well,
that's not the.
I know a lot of them. A lot of the R&B singers in the 90s got taken advantage of, and she may not be one of them. But I do know her. I do know she's still doing shows to try to make
Yeah,
money.
I wouldn't know.
Well,
And
what I was gonna say was because they do articles and stuff on her from here. You know, from
mhm,
here with her, she mismanaged a lot of money. I don't
yeah,
know if she did get it taken advantage of early on, but she still had a lot of money that was mismanaged by herself. Cause
mhm.
she did it. It's a lot of stuff she used to do around here under mismanagement. Like and there's articles in here that where she was a slumlord and different stuff like that, and properties that she wasn't taking care of, and all this other
She
kind of
got her
stuff.
masters
Like
back. Okay.
she did a lot
Yeah,
of
somebody bought them
things.
back for her. I think 50 cents or somebody. Who bought her masters back for her? Somebody bought her masters back for her.
Who snaked Angie Stone snake girlfriends? Now y'all leave Angie. That lady just was late to rest today.
No, she said Pebbles snaked.
uh,
Rumors have it that
Pebble snaked
Vanessa
everybody she
Williams
worked
for
with.
the song Girlfriends offered LA Reid more money and cars to record it. Okay, but don't Angie Stone sing Girlfriends? Ain't that Angie Stone? I
mm,
think it
I
is.
don't
I don't
remember that.
know. I don't know who sang it, but
Angie Stone.
I just know, we know how we were done, and I'm not saying that
Oh, the song girl. Okay, not the okay. Thank you, Al. You see, Al be knowing
the
what I be talking about.
sitcom.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I'm just saying we know how the people did
So my
everybody back in the day,
girlfriend.
right? And so why are we continuing with this cycle? Why are we still continuing to
Yeah,
take advantage of each other when we
yeah,
already know we don't have nothing anyway? And
right.
so you made it big enough and they made you enough money to be who you are. It's in Motown did the same thing. Motown did the same thing.
Yeah,
They took advantage of all of the talent. And that's one of the reasons why James Brown said he learned the show and he learned the business. And that's basically how you have to be. And it
that's
really
true.
shouldn't be that way. But now if you mismanage your money, okay, that's a whole totally different story. But it's a lot of people that did mismanage their money, like TLC. They just didn't make no money. They was out there doing all kind of concerts and
Yeah.
doing everything to try to make it, and still couldn't even. A lot of them just live day to day now. Because they were done bad back in the day, and so I just feel like we ought to be our brother's keeper. We really should be,
And
and
you
not just try
and
to
it
take
just
advantage.
like Shan was saying too, you gotta learn the business. Like even if you just
Right.
learn enough to fake it or whatever, but it is you are your business. Like your talent, that's your business. And you cannot be just so trustworthy with it. And it happens with athletes a lot too, not just in
Hmm.
the music entertainment. Because a lot of people only care about themselves and people will steal. The only two that were done wrong by Barry Gordy was Rick James and Smokey Robinson.
Not
Mm-mm.
true.
Nuh-uh, to
He did all them
Temptation.
wrong.
Yeah, he just bought the Temptations from Cadillacs and shit. They went and toured for 2 or 3 years and didn't even make a quarter. Because everybody say that everybody that he managed, he took advantage of them. And he went and got his education from Ford because he was working in corporate America, and then he brought it to he took
Oh, okay.
set up his own business. But yeah, the ones that wasn't done wrong, right? But that's because Smokey wrote all of the songs for
He
Motown.
needed
Smokey probably was
Smokey.
smart too and knew how to handle
Yeah.
his business. The only two that were not done wrong. Okay, correction. Sorry about that. What about the session players for Motown? The session players for the Motown? The
Yeah,
The guy,
sessions?
the
the ones that used to do all the
play the
music for him.
music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were done
Yeah,
wrong
that's
too.
yeah. Everybody at Motown, just like Miss Selena said. I didn't know, but I think Rick James was like a thug. You don't play with Rick. That's
Because I'm
kind of
Rick
something I heard.
James, bitch.
Basically you don't mess with Rick,
Right.
and he
The Funk
needed
Brothers.
Smokey.
And
Y'all
and
making me want to
and,
go
and
back and watch Unsung because this is when I used to watch Unsung. I'd be like, oh my God.
and
Like I'd be
possibly I wonder, did Diana Ross get done wrong because that was his girlfriend and that was
No,
his
she just
baby.
said it minus Diana because they were
Minus
secret
Diana
lovers.
too. Yeah. Yeah, because Diana was his
But
woman, so I'm sure
Diana
she was taken
also
care
left
of.
Motown too.
Yeah, she
She left
did.
Motown. So
Shit.
I don't know. He might have did her wrong too. He might have just been giving her stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they say they were secret lovers. You know,
Well, she got a
that's
baby
what the
by him,
rumor on the
so
streets
but
is.
she got a baby by him, so that made her all right for the rest of her days. That little girl looked
That
just
boy.
like him too.
That boy.
Not a little girl, but she a woman now, but
Yeah,
she
he
looked
left.
just like him. Looked
He
just
left
like him.
all his stolen funds, to his children. Aretha wanted her money up front before she sang a note. Yes, that's how you got to do it, Aretha. Put a pow pow on them.
That's cause
Ronda
CL
But
Rouse
Sprinkling.
notice
That's cause her
looked
when
daddy,
dead on
her
that.
daddy,
Okay.
her daddy made her take care of business.
Yeah,
and I was
Riri.
about to say, but notice when she even passed away, she still had
No will.
substantial, estate. So she wasn't broke like most people. And that's true. I said what I said because her daddy, because he was running his own business, basically his church. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that he told her mind her business, because
Mm-hmm.
and that's where some of our Detroit artists, they will say certain things that are not true, and I don't want to talk about people's face, so I ain't gonna say nothing. But a lot of there's one particular Detroit artist that opened up restaurant that
Mm-hmm.
had property, and the restaurant got shut down because of rodents. They said once that person opened it up, they did nothing to sustain the business. They just opened it up. This my restaurant, and nothing to sustain it.
Yeah, you got to get
And
in there and take care of it. Keep it
yeah,
up.
and it's like, yeah, and then at the end of the day, they say, oh, well, the people that I hired to do it didn't do anything. But this is your business. You aren't good with your money because if this is your money, you still have to check on the dollar. Because
Yeah,
if you, even when you're hiring
that's
people, you
true.
still have to check on the dollar.
That's true.
And that's why I never did entrepreneur work because I will be great in business with my mind. However, I don't want to hire people because I am really OCD and meticulous about a lot of stuff. And y'all know how I am with the facts and all that. So I would be in there on people's heads, and I ain't got time for that. I do my own job, retire from my job, and keep it pushing. I'm good. I'm good working for the man, as they say. So you people that want to be entrepreneurs, go ahead, because that's a lot of hard work. Because I even looked at it, I had a business plan, all that, but I was like, this a lot of work. I'll
Mm-hmm.
leave that for y'all because I'm happy just living like a regular person. And artists and art athletes and all that, y'all not regular people. They ain't regular, like Shirley say, ain't regular. So they gotta do, that extra
Yeah,
leg work. And you
yeah.
can't be mad when the extra leg work you because you didn't do the extra leg work. Because after all this stuff came out about TLC, that should have been a rude awakening
It
for
was somebody
everybody.
before them. It's been so many people. I mean, I know that's one you keep, but it was
Because
before
it was
them, so they
highly
should have known.
publicized,
They
though.
should
That's
have
what I was saying
known.
about TLC. And Pebbles was supposedly she was more of a mentor and their person. Now you dealing with pretty much strangers, and she was like supposed almost like a family member to them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I bring them up because this is somebody who was close to them, who they thought they could trust. That's why you
It
got to watch
always be the person
everybody.
close to them. I mean, it be family. It be especially with the drugs and it just be too much. I'm like, baby, I just rather work because you
Yeah,
got to
but
be
they
Hmm.
alert
they
all
they
day
should have
long.
they should have done their homework though because it's been going on forever.
Hmm.
Starting out in the 20s, 30s, 40s. At first, when the clear people was managing everybody, they were taking the money, and then
Yeah,
when Barry Gordy came along, I think he was like one of the first ones, a
I
black
saw that,
entrepreneur,
Karen.
and then he started taking advantage of people, and then it just kind of snowballed, and everybody that was in that position took advantage of everybody else because they wanted to eat. And I'm gonna tell you somebody who I side eye, and that's Babyface and LA Reid, because
Oh, for sure.
they took advantage of everybody that they
Yep.
that they came in contact with. And Babyface, I love his music, I really do, but he foul is all outdoors when it comes to
Yeah.
money and business and treating people, bad. And so it's like, somebody put in the chat a while ago, they don't care. They just everybody just it's every man
Right.
for himself, and it's like we're the gatekeepers of this money. We're not gonna let you have none, but we're gonna work
Right.
the crap out of you. and we don't care if you get any or not. And even Clive Davis allowed
Oh
with
yes.
yeah, he took advantage of a lot of people, but in my opinion though, Clive did let some of his singers, especially Whitney, he did let her make money though. She did have money. Now, what she did with her money, it's a totally different story. But a lot of people that he produced, he did let them have some of their proceeds. Now, I don't know if he let them have their masters or not, but he did let them have money. And Ike Turner, I don't understand why he was so broke when he died, because he
Karma.
was just like James Brown. He always took care of himself, did his own contracts. He didn't allow them to do everything for him. He did everything on his own. He did the show and the business.
Maybe it was time. You know what I mean? Because your talent left, so he probably wasn't making no money off of Tina like that. And then
Right.
did he have a drug problem allegedly?
Yeah, he
Yes,
did.
Whitney was
Allegedly,
paid.
yeah.
Well, Clyde Davis is a monster. Yes, I've heard that about him.
Yeah, I heard he was a monster. I heard, well, we ain't gonna put that out there because we don't know.
We'll say allegedly.
Allegedly, allegedly he was, he the reason why Puffy do what he do. So we'll just leave that allegedly on there. Big time allegedly.
They all monsters.
And I
They
have a
are,
question
Vicky.
for you guys too about Dawn. Is Have we ever heard as to, I know in Vogue got screwed over back in the day, but have we ever heard since they got screwed over and I thought they had made a little comeback,
Mm-hmm.
the whole group, original members. So have we ever heard what happened with Dawn and Money beyond the comeback? Because
No, I
this is
really
kind of the
didn't look
first I'm
into
hearing
them.
about her.
Yeah, I'm not looked into them
But Vicky
like
said she
that.
was hard to work with on that reality show. She was hard to work with
Now
in
I did
Canada.
watch Divas. I did watch Divas. That when they
Yeah.
said that the R&B Divas, that did jog my memory with that. But
But if she crazy today, what make you think she wasn't crazy back then?
yeah, you never know
Yeah.
what these people have to go through. I mean, on the other side, till they decide to tell us sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I can imagine. Being women too.
Yeah.
We always, are taken advantage of too. Allegedly, it was the license of the name involved. Okay, so Cindy bought the name. Okay, so that's like Latasha and
In,
Tamika. They own the name Escape.
yeah.
Yeah, and
And
that's
that's
why
Started
Tasha's saying
there.
she want money.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
that's why Tasha can go on, because she the voice. Let her tell the story. She's the only voice that's in the group, even though her
Okay.
sister can sing her butt off. But she says she the voice. So baby, go get you some doo wop singers and y'all go on tour.
They all had
But you
good
know what?
voices.
I
Like
don't
Tasha,
like.
Candy.
I don't
when
like
they
Candy voice either.
Yeah,
toured
Candy can't
Escape,
sing.
yeah, Candy sound like a
And
I
now,
like
but
and
Candy
now,
voice.
and now, Tiny can't sing. I just seen a video of them the other day in concert, and Tiny sound horrible, and Candy sound horrible. The only person that can sing, really, Latasha and her
Maybe
sister,
they was
really.
tired. How many shows have they done talked about it on the reality
I
show?
don't know, but
I
Whitney
was
can.
just trying to.
but
I was
when
trying to figure.
Whitney can sing all night, and her voice one time before she started messing with that
girl,
stuff.
that's Whitney.
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, really, at the end of the day, Latasha and her sister really need to mend fences, because they really can add two more people and get rid of Tiny and Candy and go on tour and
I
make a lot of
like
money.
Tiny voice.
But when they did at one point when they were performing, they were Escape 3. So it was I do believe that there was something going on with that name and they must have figured it out because now they're as Escape again. Because
Yeah,
do y'all remember when they
yeah,
were
but it
Escape
was
3?
but it was the two sisters that own it and Tiny and Candy was out. So but like you said, I guess they figured it out. It was kind of like the different dynamics, but Candy wasn't in it. But now it's the other sister out.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Tiny's your
love to.
favorite. Go ahead, B.
I like when they. My favorite song by them is "Tonight," especially when they do it.
Tonight.
Yes, I love that. I love when I think they were at Essence. I want to say,
Mhm.
and Tiny closed it out, and they all walked off
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
Mhm.
I love that. Um, I mean, I like good voices. What y'all remember? I forgot what it was. It was,
Give me
and
the
this is
song.
going off topic, but it was they sung it's the Nina Simone song. I think it was Four Colored Girls. Not no. It was Jill Scott, Lettucey. Now, have y'all heard Lettucey?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I like
Yeah,
Lettucey.
I like
Hmm.
Lettucey. Yeah.
love Lettucey.
Lettucey, Marsha Ambrosia.
I
I can't
like
think.
Marsha. I like Marsha Ambrosia.
Yeah, Marsha can sing too.
I can't think of the song, but I mean, I like the acapella performances when they can really blow. But when Escape is together, I think they make a great, like the original Escape. I don't know
Hmm.
about that one girl that they had in there. I don't remember her. I remember her voice because they had a
Oh,
girl.
okay.
They had a
They
girl.
said four women. Vicky is called four
Yeah,
women.
it's four women. Four women. Okay, that if you have to go dig for it because I don't think they ever put that live performance out. I had it back on my iPod, but
I know
Apple
who
had
three LWLs, but I don't know them.
Four Women is the name of the song. It's a Nina Simone song.
Oh, okay.
And Lettucey, Jill Scott, Marsha Ambrosius, Kelly Price. Um,
Oh yeah, I remember watching that video, Vicky.
yeah, you got to go dig for it because it was on my iPod, and that was back when we used to download music.
Hmm.
Um, and I had it, and Apple's stingy with copyright stuff now,
Yeah.
so you can't play your stuff anymore. But that performance is great. But like I said, I just like acapella performances, and Escape is I like them when they're acapella. I think they're good acapella. And even in Vogue I can remember a Video Soul performance, if I'm not mistaken, that they were on there performing acapella. With back with Donnie Simpson and Sherry.
Yeah. Didn't they
I don't know.
sing Vain Is My Living in Vain? 'Cause I think
No,
I remember that
I
one.
don't remember. I know
Yeah, they well,
Escape sung
Escape
that.
sung it.
I don't know about In Vogue
Yeah, In
though.
Vogue sung it too. Yeah, In Vogue sung it also. They sung
Okay.
it right after the Clark sisters. The Clark sisters brought it out, but In Vogue used to sing that song also.
That's what I thought.
I
They
would
did.
Cause
like to
that's my favorite song by the
I
Homegirls.
Brownstone Say It with
oh
Nikki.
I've heard that one a cappella before too. Um I would like to ask I said what I said. Or no, who was it? Shan? I don't
Hmm?
remember who said it. What you got to say about the that lady beside him?
Oh, I was talking because she said we was gonna talk about everything this week because she dropped the link
I
yesterday
know. So
and
it's late. It's late where she at. So she like, I'm trying to like, I'm trying to, cause
I'm
I
off
got,
tomorrow, Vicky.
okay, all right, I'll be good.
yeah, but my thing was with her, like I feel like looking at this interview that Shirley doing, and she is almost 20 years older than that lady. And that lady, like Shirley don't look that lady look like she got half her body, 6 feet under. And Shirley looked like she out here dropping it low, busting it wide open, hanging it wide. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, this is the reason why. Because even on a bad day for Shirley, because that was a bad day on the interview, even on a bad day for Shirley in the looks department, Sonya ain't got nothing on her. And that is why, like, all week when we've been listening to the ponytail sagas and everything else, that's why I feel like she's acting in the beginning because I'm stalking this lady's social media. So my interview skills gotta be hard. I'm auditioning and interviewing real hard because I'm trying to take this lady man because I need what he doing for this lady. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I need to get up here and act a plum dang on fool and act all stupid and pop my lips and stick out my tongue while I talk and all this stuff that's like, ain't you too old for that lady? And then the thing with Tamaz, I wholeheartedly believe the way she talks about him, she does not know her own son. Because as having, and I say what I said can let me know how she feels about this, but as having a son, there's certain things your son ain't gonna tell you. And I wholeheartedly feel whether Tomas like boy, girl, whatever he doing out here, whatever, however he's swinging it low and whatever, he is not talking to this lady like that because she forever is going to treat him like the 2-year-old she left back when he went with his daddy. And I'm tired of her. I'm so tired of her that I can't wait till she go to jail too because I want to be able to listen to her phone calls when she in there begging for
Ain't got
commissary.
nobody to call.
She gonna call Sydney, the one who she dogging out, who is because she her mama, gonna send her $10 for her commissary.
A
And let
brother and a brother.
And can I
yeah.
just say, I got the biggest kiki when he told her to back away from that screen. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that. Yeah, he told her face to be.
Lady T Bug, you haven't gotten there yet, but he told her ass to, because somebody must have messed up somebody must have
Camera.
did something inappropriate on the tablet. So they've configured it to where it only captures it's facial recognition only. So it's just just their face, and it catches their movements, and if they go off screen, it goes white. She As you get closer to the camera, the the oval gets bigger. The shape for the face gets bigger. And he said, back away. You're too close." I, I mean, he had to tell her that several times. She said, "But it's bigger. You get to see more of me."
Well, it was funny to me when she said, "Do I look tired?" He said, "Yeah, you look real tired."
I
I
mean,
said, I
it
said, "Look,
was
we don't hold."
drag.
He holds no bars when it comes to her, and like I said, earlier today, all of this is just windmilling, like Shan said, to get this woman's husband, and to say you won the trophy. That's basically what it is. I won the prize. So Shirley say, "Okay, here you can have the prize." Just like Melanie told Coleslaw, "Baby, you can have the prize. I could care less." Okay, because both of them still living their best life without those ninjas, and both of them are living 10 to 15 pounds lighter because they don't have to deal with those ninjas and they coleslaw and hush puppies and hens and with they damn thighs and necks. Because don't nobody really people like thighs, but they don't care about the neck not that much. So they don't have to worry about the chicken neck and the coleslaw. Y'all can have all of that. And I just think she just, it's like dating when you're in high school, and she's very uncomfortable with herself, very, very uncomfortable with herself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, when she was over there with Sylvia, she ain't do all that moving around and all that ADHD mess that she do when she on the phone with him. She didn't do none of that. And I think she does that for deflection so that he won't pay attention to her all the way, like 100%, so that he won't look at all of her flaws. And the flaws she think he's looking at, she makes sure she point them out. "You see my gap in my mouth? You see these freckles under my eyes?" So the things that she's concerned about, she makes sure she point them out. So before he points them out, but it would never work because he's not attracted to her none whatsoever. And it's all because he just needs some entertainment and she need affirmation. And that's the reason why they doing what they do. Now, Coleslaw, she a whole totally different story. She thinks she won the prize and she thinks she really took Mel's man from her. So she really thinks she done did something. And at one point, Martell was spending money on her a little bit.
Mel's money.
Well, yeah, he was spending Mel's money, but was Buckwheat spending Shirley's money on Little Scooter though?
No.
I don't
I
think
mean,
he
he.
spent no money on her. I
Mm-mm.
honestly, because if you listen to how they talk, the 5-minute calls, he smash and bang after the day after you met her.
Yeah.
And he only saw her a few times. Every time he seen her, it sounded like they were he smash and bang. Because remember
Mm.
when remember when she said they did whatever they did and he was out the door?
Mm.
She didn't say no money on the dresser. She just said out the door. So I don't think he gave her anything, which is weird
No.
to me because usually they're chasing something and maybe they gave him a little something, but for
Right.
her I think it's the illusion of Shirley, because in
It
my
is.
mind from what I see, because y'all know I watch a lot of, where my interest lie. I watch a lot of Dateline and stuff. And a lot of these side chicks go after the wives because of that illusion, that the wife is standing in the way of them in this great life. So for me, Sonya's given, that's why I'm after Nesto. I'm after Nesto to get what he's giving Shirley. But you're not even asking the necessary questions or trying to figure out if he's even giving Shirley anything, because he's stealing from everybody. And you sitting up here, I guess you okay. Well, I'm stealing to get what you get you too. But okay, sis. Go off. Cause I mean, I don't understand. The road trips in my mind were not for real road trips, air quotes. I feel like they were from Florida to Georgia, and that's not a road trip for me, especially if we smashing and banging during a road trip and I'm letting you drive the RV around.
If
I
they was
don't
coming from Miami, that would probably be a 13, 14-hour drive.
I don't really think they did any real road trip piece.
And we got a
Like,
lot of rural camps and
I was about to say that.
wildlife that they could take that way and stop, a lot of parks
What
and
I was what
stuff
I
like
was
that.
thinking, what I was thinking was they was driving to an RV park. That's what I was thinking. I
We have
didn't
a lot
think
of them in Florida, but Miami's on the other side, so even to get to where I'm at from Miami is 10 hours. So, and then they're going to Atlanta, wherever they're going at. So that could potentially be 15, 16-hour drive. I don't know, and that's without stopping.
I mean, to me, I mean, I guess that could be a road trip for some people, but for me, a road trip is is longer than going from Miami to Destin on 9, 10 hours. I think it is more of a Miami to Georgia,
Turnaround trip.
Miami to Atlanta. But did he take her to Miami to Atlanta or when she was in Atlanta? Because the $50 hop flights on Spirit
They
along
was they
with,
was on the RV. They were on the RV. I don't
yeah,
know
because
where
he
they went
said,
at,
that's what I'm
but they
saying.
were on the
Like,
RV.
but they didn't make mention of areas. That's what I'm saying. Like, did he
Hmm.
come to her or did she come to him? It was my question. Because if she came to him, road tripping in Georgia ain't that hard to drive a few hours out to some of the dirt road places. That was kind of like what I was saying. But I'm more of a city. Y'all may not be. So road tripping for me would be like, yeah, Miami to maybe Atlanta. That would be road tripping because I'm in the city basically. But if they from Atlanta to Upper Georgia to Savannah or something like that, a few hours, we considering that a road trip because I don't. In my mind, I'm not really hearing a really lengthy time of period they spent together, even when she was driving the RV. Because if you on the RV driving and you don't know that we listening to these calls, y'all gonna talk about when we stopped here, when we stopped there. You know what because I know me and my husband did a few road trips, we 12, 20 hours, and we talk about our stops, even out a day. So I was just wondering, like, how road trippy in my mind. Like, what is a road trip for you guys?
For me, a road trip would be if and to be on an RV. Most people, when they say they taking a road trip, that's for at least 2 to 4 weeks, if not 8 weeks, because those people get in those RVs and they go. They don't just go, they don't just go for 15, 16 hours. They on a trip
Mm-hmm.
for days and weeks at a time. So, like you
Okay.
said, he probably was giving her a ride home, hell, or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
for a
two.
luxury RV.
But no, when I did my call with Sonya, she said she had been living in Miami for almost 20 years. So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't know, other than when she moved to Atlanta after Nesto got locked up, of her living in Atlanta. I think she was just visiting her daughter and her granddaughter when she went there.
Me too.
What's for the
And I think that's a lie. Because some documents that I found said she was living in Michigan. She has not been in there for 20 years, maybe not straight. Because some documents I found said Michigan in the early 20s. So I
Mm.
And
I
he did. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Vicky.
no, I was gonna say, excuse me, for a luxury like a luxury RV, I would think a road trip is at minimum a week. Like
Mm-hmm.
y'all are stopping different places, like Shan said.
Going through different states.
Yeah, you're going through different
yeah.
states. Taking a day trip, a turnaround trip from Georgia to Florida. That's not a road trip. That's like just okay. I'm gonna take you back. You flew here. I'm gonna drive you back down, or I'm gonna let you test out this RV to see if you can handle it, and test out this other thing, see if you can handle it too. Like that's what is given.
Giving
To
her ass to
respond,
ride home.
like, no, I don't. She's not the type of person that like really requires a man to court her. She doesn't require a she's not she doesn't she's so masculine in her energy. She does not require a man to court her. So and courting is not just spending money.
Yeah.
He's not like,
Right.
we see some of the stuff he did to continue to court
LA.
Shirley. Like to basically to appease Shirley, like, ha- the birthday parties, and buying her a truck, and
Mm-hmm.
even though it's all stolen, we know it's all stolen, but these are some of the things that he continued to do to at least keep Shirley satisfied. The stuff that he sounds like he was doing for her, because she sugarcoats these things with
Mm-hmm.
best friend. He's just my friend. We just friends. That's just, it's like, T-Bird, that's just my baby daddy.
Whoop. No,
It's
you didn't.
just it's just
He
given like
baby. It's my baby
she
daddy.
doesn't she don't require much, and we know that she doesn't require much, because she said, I mean, I'm gonna keep harping
She
on this.
don't. No,
He
she
act
don't. That's
he
why when
acts
they be saying that she was over there looking for baby, she was not looking for none of that high maintenance stuff, because that's not her.
Shan Sonya did say she lived in California for a little bit.
But all this time though, y'all, remember every time you turn around, she finna go get an electric car. She went all the way down from an electric
Girl.
Yeah,
car
y'all was
to
telling me
to a
on the new stuff.
2000, yeah, to a 2004 Mini Cooper. And after all these high priced cars that you were supposed to go look at, and you were supposed to be getting, and then you wind up and you still don't even have the damn Mini Cooper. You still scoping that
Mm,
out. And one
listen.
more thing I want to ask y'all. Uh did I just kind of sense this myself? But when she said she was moving to Atlanta, I don't think he really wanted her to move to Atlanta. What do y'all think?
No.
He wanted somebody up there to be more hands on, because remember he was saying that Shirley, that's not her. Of course, Shirley said that's not my life. Anywho, and she was selling herself as this, knowledgeable
Lawyer.
person with law. She be aggressive. She'll get in their face. So I think he did want that. You know what I mean? Because nobody else he felt helpless, right? And she was willing to call these people and do all these things with Krill and all of that. So that's what he used to out here on the streets.
Yeah, but he was trying to convince her. Wasn't he trying to convince her to stay so she had all of the business ventures? And he was like, "Oh, you really gonna move? Oh, really? Wow, you serious
He
about
was
that?"
But
he
that
was
had
trying to
fell apart. That had fell apart before she moved up there.
he
Because
was trying to
remember
get her.
they had got rid of her. They didn't want to work with her no more. Sorry, go be.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But just you're right, they did get rid of her, and he was trying to convince her to get money any kind of way, like to try to work out the business with the people, like with Lowe and them,
Lola
and
was like,
or
bye, Felicia.
and then it was somebody else who owed her money, a cousin that owed her money, and she didn't want to talk to him, and he's like, you need to call them people because it might be a blood. He was trying to get her like hustled, like, come on, start thinking about your business mindset. And she just needed an excuse to run away from Florida, because if she had egg on her face for like this business thing, whatever,
Mm,
she basically got kind of ran out of Florida. Like, she got ran out of Ohio. So she got ran. I don't think he wanted her to like settle. I don't think he thought that of course, we know he didn't think he was going to be in jail for this long.
Mm-hmm.
But because he ended up in jail this long, yeah, he was fine with her moving there, because I don't ever recall her offering for him to live with her. But when Shirley said she was done, he said, I guess I have to go stay with Sonya someplace. And I had to think
Got them
about that.
damn dogs. She got them damn dogs too.
He say you all I got.
Yeah,
He
she
said,
All
yeah.
is.
I got.
He said, don't nobody else don't nobody else want us.
Yeah, he said we all you all I got, and I'm all you got left. That's all. But I just think when y'all talk about them dogs and all, and you know, she was talking about the RVs and the cars and all of that. I think
Mm-hmm.
she do all of that just to appease him, because if she can give him a glimpse of hope of how he used to live his life, because
Mm-hmm.
remember, he pimped an RV out. He was crazy about RVs. He wanted to go to the Indy, he wanted to go to the car, what's
NASCAR.
NASCAR. Yeah, he wanted to go to NASCAR. And you know, he got the fascinations allegedly with the animals. So every facet of his life, she actually tried to dangle that in his face like a carrot, right? A fake carrot at that, just like he was faking the funk and giving Shirley fake funk, uh, scamming gifts. She did him the same way. She dangled a lot of things in his face that she thought that would make him happy, and in actuality, none of it, you know, could come to fruition, because she didn't get the electric car. She didn't get the RV. Remember, we was on the tiny houses and the vans for a long time, and everything that she said that she was gonna get, the businesses, all of them dissipated.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing that she said that she was gonna get actually came true, other than them damn dogs that she gave away, and she only had them 5 minutes.
Can I
But
add one thing to your list?
sure.
That publishing clearance house check that she said she had for $45,000 that she was gonna use to help him get a new lawyer.
The
Okay, and I
check,
don't know what kind of check it was, y'all. I just say it was publishing clearance.
she said, a loan, a check, a credit card, as long as his family paid for it, she was going to figure out a way to pay him back. And it's like, well, if you could figure out a way to pay them back, why can't you figure out a way to pay for it? They
Well,
knew, but
she did figure out a way.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she'll get life insurance on her when she die. Drake can collect.
Mm. But
that
I just think she dangled all that shit in his face because she knew that's what he liked.
she didn't know, she didn't realize he didn't like bum. Okay, because all of that is yeah, it's given like I really don't know what I'm doing, and it wasn't matching Erica's energy. It wasn't matching his other lady's energy. You know, when I mean, he's checked her several times about, you keep talking about all these things you shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and you're not doing anything like of that. You keep procrastinating, baby. When I tell you about how many, I was trying to keep track of the cars that she was saying. Oh, I found another car in Tallahassee. I found another car in Tennessee. I found another car in Kentucky. I found a
Almost
car
Illinois,
forget.
Illinois.
in Illinois. I found a car here. I found a car there. I mean, it's in pristine condition. I found my car, and he's like, and then he clowned her. He's like, who gonna work on that old ass car? And I'll be
that
talking about
that
my car.
that he won't be caught dead in.
I mean,
And you said she got ran out of Miami. Well, she'll get ran. Them people gonna run her out of Atlanta.
ATL.
The popo. That's who gonna run her ass out of Atlanta. So
And they say don't forget the condo she so-called owned in Atlanta, but she was going to let him live in once she evicted her tenant. What happened to that condo? I didn't hear that. Y'all
I don't
heard that?
remember that. I know she said she had a tenant somewhere. I thought it
Ohio.
was okay. She said, yeah, she was, I don't, girl, I can't keep up because it was a
I don't
tenant
remember that one.
in the early calls where she was saying my
No, I'm talking
tenant.
about Atlanta.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that. But
I know what you're talking about, Vic.
but she is a mess, especially with, I mean, she got the baby's little brother, I mean big brother over there. I'm feeling bad for the kids. This is just too much. She got too much going on, and that's the just sitting there looking like a stick, like a statue, like, all right. And I know you said that they call each other back to back,
Mm-hmm.
but these these tablet calls.
Now you believe me? Not that you didn't believe me before,
No, I
but
believed you, but it's just like seeing it, like the visual of it
Right.
mm-hmm,
is okay. Call me in 5 minutes. You can stay on the phone 10 more minutes. Call me seven. No. Call me 7:15.
mm-hmm,
Call me 7:30.
And,
Call
and
me right
every
back.
time, wait a minute, every time she say call me, he give her 30 minutes on it. If she say call me at 8, he say, okay, I'll call you at 8:30.
Yeah, like you got to get your life together.
and I'm
And
telling you, and
and I could,
sometimes he'll just sit down, call her back to back, and she'll answer every time. Like one day, I feel like he called her like 7 times, and she answered all 7 times.
but at the end of the day though, the tablet, like Vicky say, the tablet calls are everything as far as the visual go, because you're looking at his face. And I was just thinking, dang, I wish they was on these tablet calls when they was doing the early calls before they knew we was watching, and we could have been seeing all of the
Oh
body
yeah.
movements and the facial movements, and we really could have got a really good front seat to see what they really was looking like. But his face told everything. And like Vicky said, she was so busy during the calls. She could not keep still. Like I said, I think she's just very uncomfortable when she talked to him, because when she was on Sylvia's live, she wasn't uncomfortable. She didn't move. She sat right there, sat still, didn't even hardly. And that was just a little portion that I looked at. But if anybody know that's seen the calls, she can't be still for 5 minutes. But she was
No.
still, and she was focused, and she was real relaxed. It's a whole total difference with
Okay.
her talking to Sylvia than it is when she's talking to him. It's like when she's talking to him, she's extremely nervous and uncomfortable. And I think she think he's constantly looking at her because
He is.
she harps on her hair and her clothing and her makeup, but she's the one who bring it up. He doesn't bring all of that up. She does. And somebody said that she washes her hair more than anybody ever seen. But if you put
She
out
is clear. They wash their hair every day.
But if you put
Mm-mm.
all that damn gel, if you put a bottle of gel in your hair every day, you are gonna have to
Uh-uh.
wash it.
She's clear.
I know she clear, but she clearly using that gel also, and she need to wash that out of her scalp, because I'm sure it's itching her scalp if she don't wash it out. And plus, if
Yeah.
she putting a new layer on every time she do those ponytails, so she got to wash the old out so it won't all clog up and look all white, and you know how the gel flake up on you and shit. And so she have to wash that stuff out of her hair, and I feel like that's why she's washing her hair so much.
Okay, I
I,
see you. I am for here for the show, but I thought she was talking about her property in Ohio.
damn, I was gonna say something. It was funny
The
one time.
gel, the ponytail,
No, he
the
called.
movements, how they look on the calls.
No, he called her one time. She had just woken up, and you could tell she like she hadn't. She said, I just woke up like a few minutes ago. No eyebrows, baby. No lip. Uh, I mean, she looks like a totally different person. And she, now that because I guess whatever happened at the jail with the tablet, it's a close up of the person. It's just their face.
Uh-huh.
You see all the flaws, which okay,
Hmm.
she definitely looks her age, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
No filter.
she is so insecure about that because she got close up on that camera, and he said, "All right, move back. Yeah, it's too close. It's too close." But I mean, them eyebrows disappeared. The lip was lipping. He told her, tuck that lip in. It was, I mean, that's shit my
No,
mama used to say to me.
he say, I see that bottom lip.
The bottom lip is just jabbing and jabbing. Like he
But
said,
what happened though? Because her teeth, y'all think she had some veneers on or something, and she took them off, or
I
what?
I
Because the
think she
teeth
got a
look totally
temporary.
different.
I think she got a temporary crown, but they didn't match her. They didn't match the crown, the temporary, to her other teeth. Cause like I had temporaries, and then I got permanents. But when they did my temporaries, they specifically matched like my temporaries for cosmetic reasons.
Hmm.
She must have went to like a cheap dentist because they like I mean I paid money for to make sure that because I that was like the whole that was the purpose of it, trying to get like make sure like
But want to
for
look natural, yeah.
I wanted to look natural, and yeah, I mean, I was in there for hours, and he's like, "Yeah, we got to get the color right. We got to make sure that it matches up for cosmetic reasons, and we understand that." And but she's got like it sounds like she's got like that white tooth. That's a temporary, and that could I mean
Mm.
shit. It could be a temporary crown she purchased offline. You
Yeah,
know,
Oh
but
God.
Vicky, but the way her lip is hanging now, it's like it's dropped for
like
some
her,
reason.
she
You know,
probably got her back teeth pulled too.
it's like her whole mouth has dropped, and on those calls, her teeth and stuff just didn't look like that. And
Well,
that's when she said,
uh-oh,
"You see my gap? You see my gap?" And so, I mean,
stop, boo boo.
the gap wasn't even that bad that she was talking about. So I just think
I,
she's just very self conscious when it comes to him. She want to look
I,
her best.
I no, she's very excuse me, she is very self-conscious, but I do think that I think she's gotten some teeth pulled because
Oh,
um her back, her jaws look sunken in. So sometimes when you do get those extractions and you don't get like bone graft
Mm-hmm.
or you don't get even when you get dentures, hell, like if you don't get bone graft put in, um it can your bones shrink. That's what I was saying about Nesto. Like I think his dentures need to be realigned because that's why he's talking. He's speaking slower.
they say she be just a smiling and looking.
She does, but then she covers her mouth up. And I mean, I
Yeah.
did stuff like that too when I was insecure. She covers her mouth up. She's insecure about go sis. You got Medicaid. Go ahead
Yeah.
and
And you know why her
Girl.
teeth fell out? Because of nutrition. Because
probably.
remember, I told you, I said you can't not have the nutrients in your body that you need because it'll affect your hair, it'll affect your nails, your teeth. It affects everything in your body. And that's why come her jaws look sunken in like that. So you could be possibly right. She probably had to have those teeth extracted if they didn't just fall out.
Oh
I mean,
wow.
yeah, they could have fell
Yeah,
out
because
too,
yeah,
but
they could have got real loose and just fell out because there's not enough nutrients in her body. And I'm sorry, just eating Alfredo is not nutritious.
you know what? Okay,
Did
if she
she
got,
chip her tooth when she passed out? When she fell out at the RV park?
I don't know, but she could
Her
go
breast
easily.
gone, her teeth gone. What the heck? I'm
She
sorry.
got Medicaid. Medicaid pay for what dentures at least once
Gotta find somebody that accept it. Thank you, CW. Hey,
And she
and
gonna look like who got some buck teeth. She
she
gonna look
could.
like a damn beaver if she get them from Medicaid.
Well, they got that 1-800. I know my grandpa. He had the Medicaid teeth. I had to get on
and
him like
and how that turned out for him.
they were too big, and I had to keep telling him you need to go because he stopped wearing them.
Case
I
in
like
point.
I'm like, dude, you go tell them people them teeth don't fit your gums because your gums are shrinking. Like when he got all his teeth extracted, I'm like, listen, your bones shrink. Like, and I mean that's just natural. So we don't have the money right now to get cadaver bone put in, So right, just you have to keep getting them realigned. He's like, wow, man, he thought that it just was what it was because my grandma she had them old good dentures. She had porcelain
okay.
teeth, and they those like fit her good forever. But as far as Sonya goes, I do believe that she's missing some teeth in the back, and not just the wisdom teeth.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell that that looks like a crown. It's either a
Okay.
crown
So that
or a
makes
temporary
sense.
crown.
So she is gonna be, because he's always talking about good teeth and good and
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm
Well,
like,
yeah,
he
he
ain't
ain't.
gonna.
he talks.
He ain't got no damn good teeth.
I know, but he talks about that kind of stuff. And what I'm saying is that's why she's so self-conscious because everything that he talk
Mhm.
about, she's lacking. And she knows that. And that's why she do all that fidgeting around. And we were like, dang, is she on drugs or blah, blah? No, she ain't on nothing. I don't think she on nothing, y'all. I just think she's just very uncomfortable because she's not up to par when it comes to him. And she knows she can't really compare to his wife. Let's, just like Shirley said, like Shan said a while ago. Yeah, Shirley did have an Ike Turner hairstyle a while ago, but we already know how Shirley hair can look when she do go to the beauty shop. And so
And Shirley get her hair done every 2 weeks or every week.
right. And so
I
she
hate
might
that
have been on
pixie
her
cut.
yeah, she might been on her way to go get that pixie cut fixed up. But today
Mm-hmm.
but on that interview she
Right,
looked like Ike
real.
Turner or the monkeys
Right,
or
real.
somebody, And
Yeah,
so
but
uh
she
but still look better than homegirl, even with the
I
even with
agree.
the Ike hairdo, she still looked it better than his side piece.
Well,
I
girl,
agree.
when she came in on that video visit with them lopsided, when she had it half up, half down with them lopsided pigtails at the top,
Hmm.
I'm like, who okayed this? Who let you out the house like this? Cause I'm all for some good pigtails, and I intentionally don't make no part. I'll slap my hair up in some pigtails when my hair is curly, and just it is what it is. And I like my loose pigtails. She is so persnickety about having her hair like slicked to the gods with the gel and everything, and I'm just looking at these like whatever what type of style that was. I mean, was she trying to look like a little girl or what? I mean, I
Or
don't know,
or
but
what?
but yet I get your point. Like it's almost she's insecure with him just looking at her in her day-to-day life. It's different when they're on the phone just talking. She can put the phone down, she can set the phone down and just walk away, or she don't have to pay 100% attention. But now that she knows he's watching her, it's she's got to it's like she has to do a presentation just like she does at the jail. She has to make it a big procession of of like whatever she's doing. But the whole time, I mean, like 90% of these calls are her chasing after that little baby. And I'm sorry, like if the baby is that out of control, then maybe we need to start like doing something. Like maybe Sonny need to get off the phone
Yeah.
and go work with the baby and teach her, discipline her
And
and
so
teach her a
she
little
owned
something.
it too. So I mean,
But
that's what kids do. Like you gotta watch them. Stripper
that
gonna get
baby
her
wasn't
hair
out of
today. Oh
control.
no.
That baby wasn't doing shit. She was just using that baby for an excuse so she can get away from that camera.
Them
Because
pigtails was sad looking.
we never did see the baby in the
Hey,
camera.
Latoya.
The baby never did even come approach her or come near her or whatever. But let her tell the story. The baby was doing everything. You didn't hear the baby say a word, did you?
I
You
don't
didn't.
think he
You
likes
didn't. You didn't hear the
those
baby say,
FaceTime
"Eh."
calls.
And
They're
the
gonna
baby,
go back. Okay, they're gonna go back to the other calls.
the baby too. So the baby gonna talk shit at 2. Cause when you tell a 2-year-old
Yeah.
something, they tell you no, ain't,
Yep.
stop. That baby ain't said nothing. So I think she was just using that baby as an excuse, and the baby probably looking at her like, "B, why
Well,
you
she
hollering at
just
me?"
shouldn't answer the phone. I mean, that's easier to me. Hey,
Right.
Latoya.
But I bet you.
And it sounds like these tablet visits may cost. And I know she got to drive down there to the jail to do the face to face, but that's free.
Well, she said $3. He said $3.50 for every 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's what
Again,
he
it's
said. He was
free,
cheap.
but you can only visit once a week, though, right?
Once a week. Yeah.
Right. The
Yeah.
video is he can call us back as many times as they want to.
And he
And
did.
Well, what it costs?
And he did too. Like y'all said, like you said, he called every 5 seconds. He was
she,
calling every 5 seconds on these
she
calls.
put $40 on the phone and they spent $40 on a day.
I told y'all we be calling back to back. I was arguing with
See,
a
bank
2-year
telling you.
terrorist earlier today.
Right. When you tell, I'm serious. When you tell a 2-year-old something, oh,
Yeah.
they finna say something back to you, and we never heard that baby say a word. So that's why I know the
Especially when I
baby
have to
wasn't
go
doing
over there
nothing.
and take stuff out the hand and move
Right.
around like that and all that.
Right.
No, that baby was. I think I heard the baby a few times, but as far as like
Right. I'm
her
here for the show.
her talking to the baby, all I hear, stop, little girl. This
That,
you not probably recognizing that the baby's probably sleepy. All these times that he's calling, that is the baby on some sort of schedule? Then she's talking about the baby,
Possibly need a diaper changed because she too.
right? Or come get her. Kate, where's Kate? Where is Katie? Come get her. Now, if you don't want this responsibility, then say no. It is what it is. This is not your child. This is not blood relation. At least I don't think it's blood relation. Say no. But it's a lot of like negative reinforcement, like, or negative conversation with the baby. Stop.
But she don't have
Give me.
time for the baby.
If
2-year-olds
she get
want
off the phone, like who just said that? And he is a bugaboo, y'all. He just called back to back.
She
but two
tell him to though. She come back.
and
Come back in 5 minutes.
He
Come back
do.
10 minutes.
and
He do.
2-year-olds want your time. That's why
They
they
do.
do
Yeah.
things. They do shit just so that you can pay attention to them. And maybe she forgot how it was. Well, I don't know. But maybe it's been too long since she's had a baby. But I still think even though she's not doing such a real good great job of the for the baby, if the story is true and the mom is homeless and just living out there, from pillar to post, it's still admirable that she's taking care of the baby
Mm.
though.
Even
So I
Sharon said, look performative.
Yeah, so I got to give her props for
Don't have
even
patience.
see, I got to give her props for even trying to take care of the baby though. For just having the baby there at the
Because
house
the
with her.
system is no better.
And she talked about the baby's mother.
She did.
Uh-huh. And she talked
She
about
did.
the baby's godmother, a grandparent, and she talked about her daughter
Well,
not
why
being
is
at
she talking about all these people when she know it's gonna be out here?
I don't know, but she talked about everybody in the house except for Tomas.
And she just stay ignoring him, fumbling around, cooking Alfredo. I waited for her to take him with her to the toilet. That's next.
I'm waiting to see if that does happen. I should probably tell her, come back in 10 minutes. Come back.
Hmm. But yeah, like Sherry agreed with me. It was all performative. She wasn't that baby wasn't doing nothing. And probably when she was hollering at that baby probably looking at her like, "What is you hollering at me for? I ain't doing nothing."
Yeah, they need to be in a play area. They can touch
Kid
stuff and
friendly,
do things. Yeah,
right?
kid friendly. Yeah,
Yeah.
she needs
Or
that money to help fund those Govertelling calls.
but
Horrible,
the baby too. You can get a baby a toy that light up and that'll entertain that baby for at least an hour or so.
horrible talking about people who can hear the stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'm here for the show. I don't know. I don't understand it. She be thinking like, okay, well, this is a new way to talk. They don't know, so we can just talk. But baby, we resourceful out here. I didn't even know I was ordering tablet visits until I knew I mean, so come on. That's a fact. My great grandson, when I am on the phone, always start something to get my attention because you're not paying attention real. Nesta was being a messy queen too. Ooh, encouraging her to talk about them folks. He loves the gossip. He loves the gossip. Okay, ladies, I gave y'all enough time today to get everything off y'all chest.
Yeah,
And
everything. All
I'm
minds are
trying.
clear.
I hate to just make it all about that lady, but
I
I'm
mean, we
I
were talking about everything, all things, Nesto.
I know. I'm like I said, I'm not too familiar with the Martell Holt thing. I just heard about him,
Yeah.
in the headlines. As far as the interview goes,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have went better if Steve would have just shut the hell up and
Okay.
let Shirley. I mean, it probably would have been boring, but it would have been better. Like Shirley and Carla could have like tag teamed them,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't have been so much about all this damn forgiveness, and it wouldn't have went to the way of just forgive the man, just forgive everybody, all that caca doo doo. As far as I hate to, yeah. As far as Sonya goes, the video visits, they're just hilarious to me. But not video visits, the video phone calls
Mm-hmm.
and the ponytail adventure that we went on this week or the past week, 2 weeks. It was very interesting.
Okay.
This woman has zero life, and part of me think that she almost might have like a little lightweight man too,
Okay.
because some of this stuff is given. She, I have like I dug into one of the calls where he was just talking and I heard her whisper, "I'm on the phone with Nesta. I'll call you right back." And like some of this, like the way she was just her eyes were darting around the room. I'm trying to figure out if she is actually living, if she does have her own place, or if this is somebody else's place, or it's just weird. It's a whole weird setup. I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand what her and the other lady are trying to pull right now, and I'm really ready. I'm really curious to see how long that relationship is gonna last.
Mm, we
So,
got our eyes open.
but yeah, but it's very interesting. And as far as Miss Dawn, I'm telling y'all, these
Don't be
people,
fooled.
they may be sweet, and you think that you're helping them out, but you can only help a pretty bum so much. You got to recognize when you're helping out like a pretty bum. You really do, because you give them opportunities. You might circle jobs for them that you think are perfect. You might even y'all tell them all you got to do is just walk in and fill out the paperwork. They said you hired because you're my friend, and I just don't want to be stuck down on a schedule. Like those type of people, you got to stop helping immediately. If somebody is handing you a job that, let's say, pays $30 an hour, $35 an hour, and you don't want to take it, you just want to like live, you want to go where the wind is blowing you, you go ahead and go on with that wind. Call me and tell me how it goes, but I can't help you. I can't do nothing for your man. So I'm just saying, like, it may be some mental health, it may be some depression that she has. Maybe she experienced some horrible things in the music industry that's messed up with her brain, and
Mm-hmm.
she just is like kind of screwed up. But at this present time, how many of us haven't been depressed, and how many of us aren't depressed and have to get up every day and still clock in and be
Yep.
miserable at work, and you still
Yep.
got to go make that damn money so you can get that check and pay your bills to at least be depressed under your own roof. At least be depressed, like eat the what is it? Eating out of pain, but you're eating good food, aren't you? You driving your own car, aren't you? You don't have to ask anybody to help you find an apartment. You got your own place. So I'm just saying, um, be careful out there. Don't get a Sonya, don't get a Martell, and stay away from the Dons. And thank you, Lady T Bug. Shan, I said what I said. Everybody in the chat, y'all have a great evening.
That was
Thank
some
you,
great
V.
advice, Vicky. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
She said, "Stay away from the Duns." And Vicky, you totally right. And I wholeheartedly agree with you about Don. Some people you just can't help. If they can't, I can't let your downfall bring me down also. And so, yeah, 3 years is a very long time to be living in your car. So that's, you ain't new to the game. You true to it. That's what you want to be, and that's what you want to do. So I'm gonna have to watch you go down that road because you don't want to help yourself. And just like Buckwheat, Hun Don don't Buckwheat and John, they don't want no jobs. Martell don't either. Martell want to be on TV. He gonna be just like Don once Love Mary Huntsville end up. Martell
Uh-huh.
gonna be he gonna be living in his vehicle also, because he don't want to work either, in my opinion. He play like he like to help build houses or whatever, but he can't even pass the damn test to build a house. So okay, how that's gonna work out for you? I'm just saying. Remember, he been taking the license. He been taking that test for what,
The
5, 6,
open
7
book
years?
test, girl.
The open book test. Yeah, you can't
Yes.
pass the damn open
Not
book
open
test.
book.
Yeah.
Yes, he cannot pass the damn open book test. And he been
I
taking it, what,
told
y'all, about
him.
5 years?
I told him to get Melody to record it in Audible format, because he remember every damn thing Melody said or do. He'll pass it with flying colors.
Oh, okay. So that's what it needs to be done. She
Mm-hmm.
have to psych him out with her voice. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but if Marcel can pass it, seems like he should be able to pass it. And so I don't know what his deal is, if on the cool he can't read or interpret or what, but I just know he probably he's real subject to be living like Don once the show end. I'm just saying, allegedly. But you had something else to say, Vic?
I was just gonna say some of these people who end up on reality shows, they don't realize that they're not famous anymore and that the public isn't interested anymore. And so, they kind of get enamored with people recognizing them and spotting them, and it's like, that pseudo celebrity lifestyle. Like you said earlier, the guy who played Elvin on the Cosby Show, he said like the job started drying up. I had to go get me a job at Trader Joe's, and it was what it was. Trader Joe's is actually, from my understanding, a very good company to work for. I'm not trying to down Dawn or anything, but I've been in a position where like I have been rock bottom, and you just like, when I got out of jail, like immediately the next day I was hitting the pavement on the bus looking for jobs. I mean, I was on a job interview the very next day and got hired and was starting the next week. You know what I'm saying? So it was what it was. I knew I had to make money for myself, and I wasn't gonna just sit down like a bum. And work is not for everybody, but if this is the life that she wants, that's perfectly fine for her. But it shouldn't have to be on somebody else's dime or watch, or like you shouldn't be depending on people, because the way she was making it sound, she's making it sound like, oh, well, he said he was gonna find me a place. Baby, if he ain't coming through and he's saying no to all these places, but you can come stay with him, so maybe go stay with him for 2 weeks and go look for a place yourself. Find your own place, or go, or go. Go stay at an Airbnb temporarily or something. But if she likes living the car life, fine. Just don't be asking for handouts. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, because that's the life that you're choosing. You can't always expect somebody to be there to help. You kind of have to be able to at least stand on your own and get it from the mud. So maybe if she was, I can understand if she was doing like a show, like y'all said, doing a show or a spot here and there, but it sounds like she's enjoying the freedom of living in a car. So I'm gonna let you enjoy your freedom, but I'm gonna enjoy it from afar with my money in my purse and not in your hand. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. Make perfectly good sense. And another damn thing, go back to the country, because you in the city, you ain't gonna make it, sister. Okay? Don't go somewhere where you can't afford. So the best thing for you to do is go back to the country. Go to a smaller place, because more than likely you can make it better in a smaller venue than you can a big metropolitan city. And it's the reason why people leave the city and go to the suburbs and go to the rural areas, because it's called cost of living. And so she don't seem like she have that concept, but she don't seem to care either though. And so I'm like Vicky. If you don't want to help yourself, then I can't help you either. And so as much as I would love to help you, if your mom won't let you come home, something wrong with that picture. So in my book, if your mama won't let you come home, you can't come to mine either. I'm just saying. It's the reason why mama don't want you there. Okay, because who mama gonna turn them down? That's really, legitimately, trying to help themselves. Most mothers are gonna try to help their child out. They don't want to see their child out in the streets like that, especially older parents. And so, something wrong when your family won't help you. So that
Most of them
means,
older parents who wanting you to come home because they want
yeah,
somebody
they
there
want some
with them.
help. Yeah, they want somebody to help them cook them breakfast and stuff. So something wrong with that picture. If they was, if they saw fit for you to leave their house and you had to go, so something wrong with you, ma'am. It's not your mom and them. It's you. You the problem. And as far as Buckwheat go, Buckwheat trying to act all humble now. He's trying to act like he's such a Christian and he's so humble, and he hasn't done anything wrong, and he waiting on that date. And I know what he waiting on. He waiting on that, not knowing to be over with. Even if they give him 20 years, I think he would be satisfied, because he would know what his fate is, and he could start working down his time. Right now, it's all time on his mind right now. And it's the not knowing is what's really getting him, and what's gnawing at his psyche. So once he gets settled in, and he seemed like he's settled in jail, he's accepted that he's not going to go anywhere no time soon. So I think his mind would rest better once they give him his time. I feel like that will settle his mind a little bit more, and he can just go on to go do that time and hope and cross his fingers and hope that he can make it out of there and not have the dirt thrown in his face while he's in there. Because I think that's what his biggest fear is them putting dirt in his face versus his family being able to do it for him, versus him doing it out here on the outside. And as far as Martell go, like I said, I think Martell gonna wind up like Don after the spotlight is gone, because he is one of those type people that love attention. He loved the finer things in life. He messed up his happy home for the coleslaw, and things just didn't work out the way he wanted them to. Things didn't go his way. The grass wasn't so green on the other side as he can see, and now he's struggling. He finally found himself back, because at one time he was almost off the show at one point because he was acting so crazy. And so they was barely filming him, and he didn't even have a place to film. So he was having to film on nail steps and all outside in the wilderness, but he never had a home that he could actually film in. And so maybe I think he has a home now, and I think he's a little bit more settled, but I haven't peeked into the show, so I'm not really sure if he's in a better place than he was, when he did that interview. But at the time he did that interview, y'all, he was a tornado at that time, and he had nothing but hatred for his wife, and all he was doing was just trying to he was a damn thorn in her side. Every time she turned around, it was always a mess with him. So I'm glad he finally accepted his fate, that his wife did leave him for real, because some men feel like you're not going to leave them for whatever reason. And I think because he possibly have a few muscles in his arm and chest, I think he thought that was going to suffice his wife. And so she showed him better than she can tell him. And I know you want your kid's father to be around, but that was like one of the best decisions that she could have made also. And as far as the interview go, I don't know. I just think they should have just canceled the whole damn interview, because it was really pointless. Because all Martell was doing was just trying to blame Melody. Steve trying to he was deflecting and putting his own life into the damn interview instead of talking about what Martell should do. He was talking about what he should did that he didn't do. And Carla, like y'all said, Carla was the only one that was really trying to throw the hard questions at him, and Shirley was just totally clueless, and all she cared about was them getting paid and getting her check together so she can take it home to buckwheat. So that's the end. That's everything that I wanted to say about today's show. And I don't even have nothing to say about Little Scooter. I've already said everything I need to say about her, because she's just a hopeless case too. But I am glad that him and her have each other, so they both can be living in misery and continue to lie to each other. I love that for both of them.
Okay, thank you. I said what I said, and thank you, Vic, to the bell. Shan, do you have anything? And I'm gonna read y'all comments in the chat, and I'm gonna get up off of here. Shan may have stepped away. I'll go ahead and start reading, and if she pop up, then she'll do her last thoughts. Okay, Sonya better use that money she's spending on the calls to fix her teeth. Uh-oh. One way to shut him up is to bring up IS. Yes. Yes, she said the mother was using, I don't know if I could say drugs on here, but I did. Okay, newsflash. Roswell PD arrested a clear person today. Sonya, people are in danger. Keep your head up, Don. You will figure it out. 3 years is a long time to be prideful, to be that prideful. I agree. I think it's something else. I think her daughter gives her money to babysit. Sleeping in your car is not easy. No, it's not for the weak. I just sit in my car sometimes on lunch break, and that's about to take me out. The open book test, yes. He was working at Trader Joe's, and they're talking about the guy from the Cosby Show. I understand one time I had to go to work as a cashier in a grocery store. You got to do what you got to do. Mother-daughter relationships are tortured. Where's Miss Blueberry? I have no final thoughts. Okay, Shan, thank you. Okay. Okay, the tune from Jeopardy is playing in my mind. All right, Vic to the Veil. Thanks everyone for hanging in here with us. It's been a long one. It's almost 4 hours. I really appreciate everyone. I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right. Did you see NAACP is protesting the track runners' arrest? See, this what I'm saying. That's why I don't get involved, Vicky. Because you know, at the end of the day, that young lady was hurt. You know what I'm saying? So how can you protest that? You're running back, Sherry. Thank you so much. It was a long one. Good night, everyone. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna put the outro on. No, Vicky, I did not see that. Let me go be nosy.